Some folks say that grown-up men are still just little boys, but really the only difference is the price of our toys. We go for macho symbols like guns and running shoes, pickup trucks, hunting ducks, and power tools, power tools.
Good morning, everyone. This is a very exciting day. We are celebrating two different things today. Two different things that, one, we're all back together again.
Yeah, that's
everyone is here.
Reunited, and it feels
so
like
good.
You're not old enough to know that song. Do you really? Oh my gosh! Yeah,
so Terry is here. Everyone is here. Ethan is here. I'm back.
Pat's back. And you.
And the second thing, I think that you'll all agree that we're celebrating. They replaced the light in the elevator for the fourth floor.
Yes.
So now...
I never noticed that.
The south elevator, the lights
really?
Here all the time.
The light,
I noticed it.
The light, and I would push it, and I push it, and I got in today.
The button.
The button.
You know,
those two things are what we're celebrating.
The budget could either handle the new light in the elevator or fix the urinal. And so we got the new light.
We also have fixed the YouTube stream. So if you want to watch us...
Oh, are they on?
Are we on?
We're on. So we have...
No, not that side.
Is that your bad side?
This is the Wayway Scope profile.
We are live and ready to thrive.
So
go to YouTube,
you will
just
see
type in
that the big guy
WIBC.
gets a camera all to himself, but Terry and Allison and I are sharing a camera.
I'm going to put a sheet right here.
Wait. Oh, and I have my own camera?
Yeah,
I'd rather be
right there.
I liked it better when I was on with you guys.
You have to look this way, and then we all have to look this way. So
See, I was hoping that with the close-up, they're going to notice the spot. You guys see the spot on my...
Is that from some sort of morning dribble, or was that from last night?
It's like a perfect circle. So I'm not really sure
I have
what
a Tide
that
pen
stain
if you need
is.
it.
Wait a minute, I do too.
Oh, boy.
See that?
I see it.
I mean, how could
It's like you're a new mom.
How did I...
Whoa. Leaky boob.
Poor mom.
I see
How did I
Pat.
spill that so perfectly?
Well, because
It's just how I do things.
I don't know.
Everything I do is just right or wrong. It's going to be perfect.
You know, when stuff falls on you in the woods, we were in the woods yesterday, and something hit me.
Wait a minute. How often does that happen to you?
When something falls on you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it happened yesterday, but I said, Jane,
you know
look
where
at
I'm
that.
going.
Yeah.
It's like,
I said, is that poop or is that water? And she goes, it looks like water, but the trees were dropping moisture of some sort.
Just the way Danny said that. You know, when you're in the woods and stuff falls on you, it's like, no, wait, no, I didn't know this.
Okay.
I didn't know.
To be fair, you go in the woods maybe once every
I don't go. Just
woods.
once every couple of years, I go in the woods.
If during the show I say I missed you last week, I'm lying. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Danny. How was the show last week?
I thought it was fabulous. Jack does a wonderful job.
We love Jack.
Yeah,
And
Jack from Allisonville.
And Jack and Allison interact really, really well together. They have a good show.
Like
because I think it's kind of the old people versus the young people.
I don't think so.
You guys get together.
I think it's
we weren't
all
doing that.
relative. But yeah, it was good. The store was popping. We did the spring open house at Sullivan's, and we were by ourselves, so that was a little scary. But we did it.
Brett and Jenny came
we
back.
had lots of great staff members at Sullivan's.
Oh, good.
Jenny
I
from the
think
Garden
he was
Center.
watching you the whole time. I don't think you have to tell him. I think he was actually
Brett.
watching you on
No,
his
He actually sent us a picture during the show.
I was just creeping you guys out.
You were creeping us out. Did you
He
see?
has security cameras hooked up to his cell phone, so on his app he can see it in Florida, the store, to keep an eye on it. And during the show, he would send us screenshots of us.
Yeah, doing the show.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys see the eclipse this morning?
No, because it's cloudy.
I know. There was a solar eclipse.
That was a trick question.
It was on the eastern seashore, Maine, New Jersey, New York, and all that stuff. But it came through at 5:30 in the morning. Is the sun
You're
up?
going to get two sunrises.
They're going to
They said you would kind of get the visual of two sunrises.
After last year's with us, it would be hard to beat what we experienced last year in that solar eclipse.
Oh,
that was just unbelievable.
That
fun.
I still
really
I still have your sign, your solar eclipse sail. I've got that up in the barn now. You gave me that. That little canvas. It's still kind of cute up there.
Yeah.
It really was. I mean, it was phenomenal. I know there was a lot of hype leading up to it, and we were all going to be not able to move anywhere. But
and we were trying
that did not happen. But
we closed
it was
the store.
phenomenal.
We closed.
That's a smart.
Like
thing.
when we got close, and then people were just that morning. They were coming in for all the glasses and stuff and all that stuff. And then we finally, it's like it was unfair to So we closed, and then we just put the glasses out front. So take one.
It's almost over. Just get them.
Take
Go.
it. And then we had Adirondack chairs lined up, and
How
we just
cool
all
is
sat
that?
out
It's
there.
really
And
fun.
Cool is
Good
that?
memory for
I
everybody.
wore my welding goggles. I thought, I don't know if Pat's work. Not that I didn't have any confidence in him, but I kept looking.
You didn't,
They
'cause
were
you
factory seconds.
They were factory seconds. So I put on my welding goggles, and I really enjoyed it. But I felt like I was in a movie as a set player of some sort with these dark goggles on.
Yeah, that was so
It's
cool.
pretty neat.
Especially when the birds started chirping. It got really dark.
Got
Really
dark.
Everything they said it was going to be.
Yep.
I was not let down.
I was not
There were a
either.
lot of people that got married that day in beautiful places around, the state. And then there were also, I don't know when it happened or if it happened, but people were going to have solar eclipse babies. They were going to make solar eclipse babies during the solar eclipse.
The timing on that
So
has
they
to
would
be
have been
pretty
born
tight.
when? That was April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. They would have been December babies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Denny,
No,
not at your age. You're not going to have a solar eclipse, baby.
No, Pat. What?
I think you're in the clear for that.
So,
They
so
were-
just
we
because
talked
there's
about that, didn't you, on the
just
first
because
day
there's
that you
snow
were
on the
gonna try.
rooftop doesn't mean there's no fire in the furnace.
I just think the solar eclipse babies are probably for the guys in their 20s and 30s.
It's a shame we don't have a camera on Jane, and because I know what she's doing right now. She's giving the camera the finger. Guys, give this to Pat.
Oh, man. I would
sorry.
love to talk to a couple that had a solar eclipse baby.
Well, it's a little late. I mean,
Well, I mean, they would have had the baby
in December.
in December or January, right?
April?
Something like that.
Someone do the math on that.
I'm running out of fingers.
I do have, since I spent so much time, and truly, I know I don't have a certificate, but I think I'm kind of a master gardener after spending so much time at the Flower and Patio Show, listening to all the experts. But I do have a question because I got really jacked up about straw bale gardening.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Now, listen, I knew you guys were going to bring me down.
We're not going to
And
bring you down, but it comes with some warts and some blemishes that they don't talk about.
Not according to the creator.
No, I don't think there's anything.
So can we talk about what it is? Because I don't know what it is.
Well,
Oh,
you just
wait till you hear. You're going to want to go get a straw bale right now.
You just take a bale of straw because there's plenty of moisture and it drains well, and then you actually plant right into the bale.
the bale.
The straw shop.
But you have to not get hay. Has to be straw.
That's right. Straw,
And you need to leave the straw
city girl.
intact with the bands around it. And then you have to let it for like 2 weeks. You kind of have to let it decompose because you're growing it in
sure.
kind of a compost. So so you got to prepare that straw bale by pouring in something. That I missed that part because I was always going to get
That's
a
the
hot
part
dog.
that we're selling.
details.
May I speak of?
It's
I think it's just
accelerator.
fertilizer or something, right? You just put it in there where the bacteria, because it's bacteria you need. Because he said it can get to be 135 degrees inside that bale.
All right, Terry, let him
Wait,
answer
is he
the
doing a
question.
compost?
You're making a compost in the inside of the bales.
I thought you were gardening in it.
You are, but it's turning to compost, which is going to make your things grow incredibly large and big and
Are
full.
they flowers or fruits and vegetables?
Whatever you want to grow.
Really?
A compost
That is cool.
Compost accelerator is either a nitrogen base,
Right.
or it's actomycetes, which is bacteria based.
I had that in
do it
high school.
organically as
If
well.
you're,
Not bad.
if you're doing
Acto-
132 degrees,
No, I never did.
Didn't you really? Good for you.
Right around my 40s. Started to have a little trouble there.
ladies and gentlemen, I know you're watching
The
the Home and
acto-
Garden Show. We get about
Acto-
halfway through a good explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always
And then
felt
these
sorry
two
for the kids
clowns
in
start
school.
going
that-
off in the giggle weeds.
Do
I
you
haven't
have
figured that
any
out.
of that product at your store?
The new one?
To help that?
No, but I know a lot of the high school kids that work for me. Occasionally, I have to send them over to the derm.
Oh man.
So, anyways, Terry, that's a great thing, and if people are excited about straw bale, my only problem is that the straw bale gets ugly, and
No,
then
it never gets ugly.
it gets
outside,
extremely
girlfriend.
heavy.
It gets heavy and
so
it
when
gets
you're
stinky.
ready, when it rots to the point where it gets flat and it squishes and
know.
it goes out, it's like bulging.
No.
And then it weighs like 400 pounds.
I
I
hate
saw
to say this,
pictures
but
of
Pat
little-
is right.
Well, I saw pictures of there's so many great things about it. First of all, the rabbits can't figure it out. So
Oh.
they don't know that you got to climb up there to get it. Neither, and the bugs.
Oh, the squirrels do.
Nothing does because they're confused by it. They don't know what it is.
Terry, now wait a minute.
Second
Have
of
you
all-
ever done this?
Well, this is my question. If anybody has ever done straw bale gardening, I would really love to hear from you because I am so close to getting the bale. I'm told if I get the bale
239-9393.
that I can start gardening any minute now and grow faster than any of you people.
Don't
that are
forget the
growing
weather.
in the
It's still
ground.
going to get cold.
So, is it possible? Let me think. Who would have been? Was it possible that it was a wheat farmer that was promoting this idea?
Yeah.
Listen, I want to tell you something else about it. You can do this almost anywhere, and they're feeding in Cambodia, okay? You know where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty close to where the
not
last
here.
2 hurricanes.
Globally,
That's where our furniture's
everybody
coming
is
from
straw
now.
bale gardening globally. And I saw the pictures. And in Cambodia, they can't
Pictures
grow
don't
anything
lie,
because
Pat.
of all the water.
Right.
So they build these straw bales on floating platforms, and then those float as the water rises, and they can still continue to
That's
grow
how
fruits
they
and
keep the
vegetables for the
rabbits
little
away.
babies.
They float the bales out in the middle of a lake.
If
The
anybody
rabbits
has
can't
done
get
the
to
straw
'em.
bale gardening, please, I'm just so curious.
Yes, please call in. I would love to know. Also, how long does it take before it starts rotting?
This is the thing. You can use it for 2 years.
Oh, dear Lord. It's like
You can
using
use it, and you don't have
I'm
to.
not saying you don't use it. I'm just saying when you get it, it really is fine.
Don't get your
It's
hopes up
just-
for 2 years. That's like wearing the same underwear for
It's
2 years.
just
love it.
very, very, after 2 years of getting all the rain and snow, it will be very, very heavy. And then the strings will probably break when you try to get someone
Right, you
to
got to
lift
retie them, I'll bet.
it. And then it's just a cleanup
Are you
job.
in love with this straw? Oh,
I
my
think
goodness.
it's such a great idea for me personally. You know, I like experimenting, and I think this would be a fun experiment to grow something in a straw bale. And I just would like to know if anybody's done it.
You
I
can
don't
do-
want to hear from you,
You can
negative
grow
Nellies.
on concrete.
You
Why don't
people
you-
are always like, no, no.
Tell you
The
what.
only thing you need to come to my
Why don't you
store.
experiment with pot brownies?
420.
Why don't you make that your experiment?
Did you hear
That'll
that?
be
She
for
just
Easter.
slammed you a good one. You weren't paying
420.
attention.
No, I
No,
didn't.
no.
I didn't.
She said, you guys are just being that way. So you say, come to my store and buy something.
Excuse me.
That's what she
Hey.
said.
He does sell straw.
So we sell
Do you have
thousands
straw?
of bales of straws
yeah.
every
How much
year.
is straw
we have a
these
straw
days?
boy.
Straw has kind of
Straw
gotten
man.
kind of expensive. Allison will tell you how much it is. Is it $8.99?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
okay.
$7.99 or
It used to be
$8.99?
$6.99, but it's not anymore.
Back in the day, it was like $4.
I think this sounds like straw bale gardening sounds like a cheap way to garden and super fun.
What's the matter with dirt?
We don't know what's in there.
But we know what's
Dirt's in there.
Wait, but we know what's in the
straw.
decomposing.
Good
You know what
point,
I think this
Allison.
would be? I think this would be a fun family project. If you've got kids, because kids got really excited watching it.
Yeah, and you know what will be really good? And it'll be a lesson, too, is when the kids shove their hands in and the straw goes right under
Into
their
their
fingernail.
fingernails.
Oh,
That'll
ouch.
teach them.
Crying out loud.
That'll teach them
You know,
to listen to
there
mommy
are
and daddy.
Hazards everywhere. Look at the chair I'm sitting in. I mean, everything is a risk.
You know what? If OSHA ever came in and checked out these chairs, this place would be shut down.
Wow.
You're not wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
We literally
Now
took
they know.
3 or 4
if anybody
chairs.
from there
But you know what?
listening,
But I will tell you about the chairs here at, is it Emma's?
No.
We call it technically.
Although this is
these
their
are the
chairs.
Emma's chairs.
They're
Yeah,
coming
here
on
in our
30
stu-
years old.
Here in
What
our
it
studio.
does is it works on your core.
right?
Because you have to really engage your abdominal muscles or you're going to fall off the chair.
It's
Yeah.
true.
So it really is. Some of the radio people here, you'll notice some of the tightest bellies that you've
Right.
ever seen in
and
the
my
industry.
tush, I mean, I'm gripping with
Oh,
my
yeah,
tush.
yeah.
Are you
Can I
gripping?
read from the log? It says, Terry Stacy can try the straw bale burial system.
What's that?
What is that?
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
it's
my-
coming in on our chat.
Wait, do you put
Mark
is
Mark
that?
Horn, take a minute and call 317-239-9393.
What is it called? Straw.
Straw bale burial system.
All right, we got to get out of here. We're coming right
We'll let
back
you know.
with
Well, Terry Stacy is clearly the star of YouTube. It says, Denny and Terry should trade places. Then Freddie Williams says, damn it, Denny. Look at this. I can't get no respect here.
That's so sweet. I love each
Go
and every
pound
one of you that
sand,
are nice.
Freddie.
I do. Kindness goes a long way, and I will distribute it elsewhere. That's how it works.
Is that how it works? I want to know about the
I need
straw
to plug yourself.
funeral. You were going to talk to us about a straw funeral.
I think someone's just making that up, but it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't. Is that what it was? Called a straw funeral?
It was
burial.
burial bales. Burial bales.
Do you sell those at the hardware store?
I don't know. Do you use straw or hay for that?
For burial, I would think you'd want hay
How much do you sell hay?
to absorb bodily fluids.
What is, explain the difference between straw and hay.
Well,
Hay is a crop.
hay is for horses.
Straw is the wheat shaft after you get the.
like you can get barley straw. Most of the straw is wheat straw.
Every
but
time she
occasionally
hears
we'll get
the two consonants S and H together, she puckers up, stands up real tall, thinking I'm going to say the wrong thing. Shaft, hun, shaft.
Oh, it's funny because I was thinking when you said S&H, I was thinking green stamps.
Oh, Lordy.
Didn't
wish
you
you
love
should
the
sell
green stamps?
Or not sell them, but you used to get them for 10 gallons of gas. You'd get a couple.
Get 'em
green
everywhere.
Stamps. You'd get them everywhere. Grocery
I bought a
store.
Put 'em in the
bike.
books?
I bought
Put
a
'em in the
bike with
books.
stamps.
What do you remember anything you bought with the books?
A bicycle.
I don't remember. I just remember how fun it was to
Lick and
Lick them,
stick.
stick them.
Yeah. I also noticed on our YouTube Live that you really can't see me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you in the dark?
And you guys are all
Are you
in
in the
full
dark?
color. You guys all look great.
This happens.
And I look like an old man in a dimly lit closet.
You don't look like
we're
an old
supposed to
man, but
trade
you
places.
are in a dimly lit closet. I had this problem with the Hammer
Oh,
and
wait.
Nigel show.
Someone just
so
fixed it. Who fixed that? Is that
Nothing
you?
moved.
Literally nothing happened.
I'll take credit
It's-
for it.
It's like, did the sun go in or something? Or it's like,
That could be possible too, because you
wait.
you do have a window behind
it's going
you.
out now.
I
Getting
can-
darker,
Oh, wow.
darker.
You've been in the sun
See,
too long.
But the problem
I
is
think
your
it's
camera angle.
darker.
You have the window behind you, but I don't like to shut the blinds because it's Monument Circle and it's
Yeah.
pretty, and
I
Our
think
days
it's
are numbered here.
our days are very numbered here. Meaning we're moving to a new building. Just
Question
to clarify, everyone.
Without windows.
Question.
Our
People want to
studio
know.
does have
We do
windows,
have windows.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're okay.
but we're moving in September.
Pat,
That's what
people
we're
want to
talking
know
about.
how your trip to Florida, if you got to ride any rides.
Okay.
Yeah, so
But I thought we'd talk to Paul right now because he has, he's a bale gardener maybe.
No way. Oh,
Hi, Paul.
please.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
We're doing well, thank you.
Yeah, I've done straw bale gardening, I think, for 4 years now, and I'm not certified, officially certified, although my neighbor is, and it's worked. It worked well. My problem is I have limited sunshine, so I put it along a sidewalk where I have good sun.
Right.
As far as if you need any tips, last year my bales were real dense, and I had a hard time. I almost needed an auger to just put a hole in them to put the plants in. One of the good things is because it starts to break down, it generates heat, so you can get an early start on your planting.
Gotcha.
Like
You have to condition them. I just used 12-12-12,
Okay.
and would water it, and then a few days later I would do it again.
Okay.
And I would do 2 tomato plants per bale, and then I think I had some in between. I would put some pepper plants, but you can plant anything in it. Some things are better than others.
Right. Corn is not good.
are you
can't
doing
plant
it again?
corn in-
Are you doing it again this year, Paul?
Yeah, I think I will.
All right.
If I can get some good straw bales.
How many years do you only get 1 year out of a bale?
I could have got another year this year because they were so dense, they just didn't break down.
Yeah.
But I went around with some wire cutters. They're not. They're wrapped in wire actually, and in fact the straw's still there, and I'll rototill it in probably in a few weeks and get four new bales. The farmer friend I have, when he makes his hay, he makes it real dense. But he's
Yeah.
feeding livestock.
It's
so.
funny, Paul, that because like when we have our Pumpkin Town event out at our Allisonville location, we have to make sure we get, because we do a straw playground, so we have to make sure we get those dense bales, because when we get loose ones, the kids, they just
they're pretty rough on them.
Yeah,
they pretty.
So
much
it's funny.
are.
Everyone has a different need, and I'm glad that you have a farmer friend too.
Me too. And I just have one question. So as you prepare it, as it gets prepared, and we're warming it up, and it's composting or whatever it's doing, the bacteria is doing its job. Do you do that for a couple of weeks before you plant something in it, or how long do you do that to prepare the straw bale?
Yeah, at least a couple of weeks. Well, actually longer than that, probably 3 weeks or so. And and I'm, I'll go to, come Mother's Day, I'll get some plants and put it in. Last year, I couldn't even get a dibble or whatever you called it to make a hole in it to put the plant in. I used a bulb, an auger you would use to plant bulbs to.
So in other words, you needed to remove some straw. You couldn't just use the dibble and just push it.
So
push
Paul,
it through.
what do they look like?
I had to remove it.
What do they look like around July? Do they look kind of haggard or beat up?
The bale? No. They looked.
They
at least
stay
the ones I
pretty
had this year. No, they looked fine. At the end of the year, end of the season, October, whenever I'm done. The first few years, they were loose enough where I could just kick them over, with my foot. But the last couple of years, they were still pretty solid. Like I said, I could have probably used them again this year.
So they probably, if you had to put a weight on, probably, I don't know, 150, 200 pounds of bale now.
Well, when they're... But you do have to water. Now, I'll take that back. You water it, but it holds its moisture really well.
Yeah. Oh, does it ever?
Yep. See, that's great though for our dry summers. I mean, I'm into it. And he wants to do it again. And the fruit or the vegetables that you grow taste delicious.
Pat is being sarcastic. Terry is so enthusiastic. You're so
my neighbor.
It holds water. I'm telling you.
Okay, go ahead, Paul.
My neighbor who is certified to do it, or actually, I think he did graduate school in Minnesota, and
that's where it was created.
He is a real and he knew the guy that started this.
Wait,
Joel Karsten.
What's a certification?
But he has a degree in bale gardening.
No, it's in seed development and seed genetics. But he happened to meet the guy there, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, he. The way he does it, he has a real sophisticated irrigation system. It's really neat, and he has a lot more bales, and it's pretty neat system to watch or to look at. And he's spoken to some garden clubs on it. I don't know if you're interested, I could maybe...
Paul, send me his contact information to Denny at WIBC.com. I'll track him down. But send me some contact information, Paul.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Okay.
Please.
Hey, Paul, thanks. Appreciate the call.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Here at Joel Karsten, the guy that created it, he really just was doing it experimentally, and he couldn't get anybody to help him that were, at the universities in Minnesota. And so his dad was a farmer, and he said, let's just try this, Dad. Surely something would work because they're in Minnesota, and see if this will do something. And it did, and it grew like crazy. And neighbors started saying, what are you doing? And it spread. Then somebody wrote a story about it in the local paper, and it bloomed, and journalists came to him, and people said, you got to write a book about it. And it just kind of
quite honestly, I can't think of a bigger eyesore to a neighborhood than
I was going to say,
bale gardening.
Obviously, this man's
what's the
not
difference?
married because his wife would
You haven't been to the South Side.
yelling at him.
I'm going to show you pictures of it, and it's not that. Man, you guys, I'm telling you.
So what
you're going to be so sorry.
So I have
when
an
grow the most
idea. I have an
beautiful-
idea too.
Okay, what is it?
About gardening, and I'm calling it. It's where you take, like a pot.
A pot.
A pot or
a container?
A container. It's called container gardening.
Yeah. What about it?
Well, then you just plant, like you put the soil in the container, and then you plant into that.
Insert sarcasm here, Terry.
Here's the other part, if I may.
Oh, absolutely.
Straw bale gardening. I don't have to bend over as much.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a 2-straw bale thing. You gotta go.
I experimented. I was practicing.
You know how
and all
I would
I'm doing
answer
is
that?
Slightly bending. I'm not. All
You know
the
how
way on
I
the
would
ground.
answer that?
It must have been one of the munchkins.
A tall pot
Or raised beds.
or a raised
I've never
bed.
had luck container gardening. Ever.
Well, and I will say there's the thing about the straw, it soaks in the moisture while it drains at the same time. So there isn't, in fact, there's some
Like a
truth there
septic
with the
tank.
container. You can overwater a container, and this is what people do to their containers, because picture this. You have a container down below on the concrete, on the porch, and above you have a hanging basket. The hanging basket needs water because it has a small amount of soil mass. So people get out and they water that hanging basket every day, and might as well water the container. The container, because of the large amount of soil, gets way too much water.
Well, then you know what you should do? You should try
Just put a
straw bale
straw.
gardening.
Yeah, you're right.
Is what you should do.
Please keep us
I'm going to show
posted.
you guys.
Yeah.
It's going to
No.
be fabulous.
Hey,
I'm going to grow carrots, and I'm going to grow.
I'm on board. I am on board because, to me, a pot lasts multiple years.
I want to see the
Straw,
carrots.
they're going to be replacing it all the
Cheers.
time.
Carrots are going to have the
2
wrinkles
years.
because carrots take on the outer
I don't
part
think you
of
should grow carrots there.
I see.
You
what-
just
misspoke.
said you were
I know,
gonna
I
grow
misspoke.
carrots.
The more I thought about it, that won't work.
It looks like potatoes would be good.
Potatoes would probably grow out the sides and everywhere.
And then you could start
I'd love
decorating them. You could get, like spikes. What do we call them? Not spikes.
I don't know. This
Like
What's
sounds.
the
the
decor we
garden
call 'em?
accents.
I
Yeah.
feel like I'm at the
What do we
United
call those?
Nations and we're talking about
Not
world
spikes.
peace.
I'm going to pass
It ain't
around
gonna
my
happen,
picture.
kids.
I'm going to show the camera. Look, it's a pretty thing. Can you see it?
Let me see.
It's a pretty thing. Look, that's
That is beautiful.
4 bales, 5 bales. 4 bales, 5 bales.
I like that. That is beautiful.
Isn't it pretty?
Yep.
It's trellisy-like.
Yeah.
You realize you're not pointing to the right camera?
Oh, I'm just showing Pat.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you can
No.
can show everybody else now.
Yeah, I'm sure they can see from the.
Can you see it? You want me to blow it up?
Here, I'll.
Here, let me put it on my camera.
Put it. Oh yeah, put it on your camera.
Ethan
Good
is
idea.
hyperventilating over
But
there.
if
Oh,
you
I'm sorry, Lee. Ethan,
if you
go
want to
Right
go
there.
to
Can
the
you see it okay?
go to strawbalegardens.com.
Yep, that's Joel Karsten.
Yeah,
That's the guy.
that's-
We'll
and
get
you can
him
see
on.
the
If you
before
want
and
to talk
after.
about it, I don't think y'all do. But I'm
No,
gonna-
No,
I should.
no,
Look, I
don't.
feel really. I thought
think
you,
we
you
should.
would welcome this idea, but I can see in your eyes
No,
that you're all
no.
like, "This is nuts."
After you showed me the photo,
Oh,
I'm
Terry,
now
we
I'm
thought you were nuts
100% in.
well before this conversation. No, you're just being normal, girl.
No, I think we should get him on.
I'm gonna call
Yeah.
him. I'll call him.
All right.
I liked how the bales were up on their edge, on the ends. Is that how he
Yeah.
recommends it?
Right.
239-9393. We're coming right back.
Hopefully.
93 WIBC. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the segment that we try to get rid of, but it will not go away. Still sponsored. It is In the Weeds with Denny Smith.
Brought to you by the wonderful people at efmarburger.com, 9999 Allisonville Road. Okay, so I'm going to give you your choices today for In the Weeds. Are you ready?
Cosmic Mist.
Cosmic shifts, understanding the changing times.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Cosmic shifts in understanding the changing times. And your third choice is cosmic shifts.
What's the fourth choice?
It's time you learned about
Just do it.
cosmic shifts.
I think- do it.
I think he's running out of things.
Do it.
No.
We might really
no.
like it. Let's try it.
Okay.
Terry, what is your sign? Your cosmic sign? Your-
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Allison?
Age of Aquarius.
More than you know. Hold that.
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Which
Sully?
I don't connect to. at all.
Leo.
Leo.
Oh,
I'm a
the
Gemini.
lion.
All right. How about you?
Leo.
You're a Leo. All right. So
What are you, Denny?
No, he said.
I'm a
No,
Gemini.
he said Leah.
Leo. No, that's
Which is new. They added that one.
They
this
added
year.
that one.
all right.
It's
So
a sister.
here's the
That's
thing.
mid-August. Through
Yeah.
Here's the
We're
thing you need to
twins.
understand. There really are two zodiacs, and the one that we get used to is called the annual zodiac.
Right. They changed it though.
They also call it the tropical zodiac. They've changed it now. What that has done is that's based on the seasons. So it all starts with with Aries, the bull. So it starts in spring, and we follow it all the way around. It's
Wait,
29
Aries
to 30.
isn't the bull. Taurus is the bull.
Okay, then it starts with Aries, whoever the hell Aries is.
Aries has
Okay.
got. I think. Does Aries have a what does he have?
A
It's a
bow?
ram.
and arrow?
It's a ram.
No,
Aries
it's
is
a ram.
Scooter.
It's a
Solid scooter.
Anyway, it starts on the vernal equinox, which is what we've just gone through. All right.
Yeah.
So signs don't align with constellations; they are timestamps. So when we talk about what's your sign, we're talking about within the year.
I feel like I'm in high school again.
That's good. It's
kinda
used
like this
in
one.
Drifting away.
This is about Western astrology versus Eastern
Astrology.
Astrology. So that's the cosmic zodiac, and the cosmic zodiac is based on constellations.
Okay.
Okay. So those are the stars in the car.
Did you just throw something at me?
That's what we did in high school. We weren't paying attention.
It's the Mike condom. He's throwing that around.
Oh my gosh,
Anyway,
it's so
they're based on
dirty.
Tried to hit
Pat,
you. What?
I'm working here.
Sorry, go ahead.
Based on constellations, this is also known as the sidereal zodiac. Now,
Okay.
here's the cool part. We're leaving the age of Pisces, which is a big constellation.
Fish.
Fish. That's a very challenging thing. Were you a Pisces?
Aquarius.
Aquarius, water. Well,
Your
we're
whole
going
life?
into the season of Aquarius.
Right.
Your whole life you've been?
Yeah.
Water. Since 4.
Oh, okay.
You decided to change
You.
your
Oh, God.
sign.
Help me, Jesus. Help.
Yeah.
I'm trying here, sir. All right.
You
the
transition. You transition.
I transitioned.
The tropical zodiac, which is based on the years, is different from the signpost that we're getting right now. So we are going in to what
Okay,
they call
signpost, I can understand.
Signpost. Okay. Can you say Kali Yuga?
No, but I had that in
bless
high
you.
school, actually right around my nipple.
Oh, right where you're leaking
Yes.
now?
Yes. Yes.
I bet it's because it's water
All
and we're
right,
going
so
into the age of
It
Aquarius.
flares up.
Class. Golly. All right. So the themes of Pisces, which we are leaving, are spirituality, emotions, and institutions. Have we not lived through all that crap for the... I didn't just see a paper airplane. Bueller.
It's a nice one. She's done that before.
All right,
That was
the
in her
themes
first
of Aquarius
airplane.
are individuality,
That's a good one.
technology, and community.
Okay.
So you can see where we're going. We have already made that change.
Yeah.
But here's the good part.
Okay.
Which one's better, Aquarius or Pisces?
Aquarius.
For mankind.
Aquarius.
It's a gentle.
Well,
Aquarius
wait a
are
minute. There's a
gentle
song.
people.
So there's a song, The Age of Aquarius. So you got
right.
that
You
going
remember
for
who
you.
that was by? Who sang that?
Yeah, the
on.
Bee Gees.
The fifth season, the fifth
Dimension.
Fifth dimension, yeah.
Okay, so that would be a positive.
I've lost
Of
control.
Aquarius.
Aquarius are a very gentle time. I mean,
Right.
we're gentle people.
Is there-
we're
okay.
creative. We're
Ethan.
so
All right.
smart.
Play the theme song for Pisces.
There is no theme song
You don't
for
know that.
Pisces.
Give him 5 minutes with AI.
Yeah.
All right, so here now it's going to get kind of weird here because now we're going to talk about the Kali.
All right.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
I'm just going to take my pants off right now.
How to hell with this?
Not
Time
yet.
here to blah blah blah. Transition can be a time for personal growth. Blah blah blah. Exploring your own unique talents. You feel drawn to connect with others, except on Saturday mornings, and technology will continue to advance rapidly, which can both help
I don't
and
even know
challenge
what-
us.
I don't.
Wow, I should have saved this for
so,
next week.
No, I'm
So-
glad you got it over with.
So what was the point of this one?
I don't know.
That we're going into a really unique period. We've left a very challenging period for mankind
Oh.
that lasted over 250 years in the age of Pisces. The age of Aquarius is really going to be a very hopeful thing based on Western.
you could have just done
and
that in
Eastern.
2 minutes.
It's going to be good. Now
It's
we
gonna
got
be
some
good.
challenging
I
times.
like that.
The transition from the fish to the Aquarians is, it's going to be challenging.
I think this
It's
is
gonna be
good news. I'm an Aquarius, and I'm going to lead you the way, people.
Thank you,
Trust
girl.
me. Me and my strawberries.
God.
What I was
Heaven.
thinking.
We're headed.
What
in a
I was
good way.
thinking is, I hope the test is true or false, and Ruta Fentakis is sitting behind me because she always tapped my.
Wait a minute.
She-
Who?
Ruta.
Ruta?
SV. Ruta was right behind me, and during true or false, she would
Tap once for
once
true.
for true, two for false.
That is a
Yeah.
good friend.
It's the only reason I have a
I'm
college
sure
or a high school diploma.
Nobody else did that, right? I mean, that was really unique to your situation.
Well,
I'm sure
I was
teachers
lucky to
couldn't
have
figure
somebody
that out.
smart behind me.
Didn't the
Ruta?
teacher pick it
Yeah.
up? I mean, she was here in semaphore in the class, didn't she?
Nobody
figure
would accuse Ruta. She was,
Is Ruta still with us?
yeah.
Is she still here in the city?
No, I think she lives in Michigan. Maybe.
We'd love
She's
to
still
see
a
Ruta.
cheater.
She's not a cheater.
She's a good friend.
Somebody
She was a
who helps
helper.
somebody else cheat is a cheater.
No, she
Oh,
saw
really,
it.
Denny? Because last week I believe you told me that
No.
the only time you went to the principal's office was because someone was
Somebody was
cheating.
cheating
on
off
you.
of me. I
No.
know. I got busted.
The tables have
Ruta
turned.
did that so that I could get out of high school and get a job somewhere.
In a hardware store.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, God
God
bless her.
bless. She did send you on the right
Oh,
way.
boy. Well, anyway, that's In the Weeds for this
Thank
week.
God.
Really
Brought
good.
to you by our
Really
good
good.
friends at
Oh,
EF
look at the
Marburger.
time. We
Bet
got to
they're
go.
proud of that
Yeah.
one.
Coming right back, 93 WIBC.
The Pisces song?
Oh.
All right, so it's going to be Tennessee and Houston tonight.
Tennessee, and yeah, boy, what a tough game for the Boilers.
Is
Golly,
Peyton going to join
I
us?
thought
I think
they were
Peyton's
there.
in town.
Peyton?
Yeah, for the Tennessee. Is he? You want me to go get him?
You
want him to be on the show?
He's going to swing by in the 11 o'clock hour.
11 o'clock hour.
Yep.
I know we got pepper people coming.
Pepper ladies.
Do you
Those
remember
aren't
when
people,
somebody,
they're ladies.
Tara, do you remember somebody scammed us and said that Peyton was going to be on the show when I was filling in?
No,
Don't you?
I don't have.
We
any-
got scammed.
Wait, did you really believe he was coming?
Yeah, because we promoted it all morning.
When he got here, I had his phone number. I got his phone number because when we opened this building, we had this huge red carpet event, and he
was
had just
fun.
become a cult, if I remember correctly, at that time. Was
C-
it 89?
COLT, not
Something? I mean,
CU.
98? Yeah, no, not cult. I got
He had
thrown
just
out of a
joined a
spelling
cult.
contest because I spelled cult instead of colt.
So you bashed your baby blues at him.
So no, he just was new. He didn't know that I was a stalker.
That's how it always begins.
So after I
boy.
chased him around at a couple of events or would call a couple of times, he changed his number.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I used to have it.
Yeah.
I bet he'd recognize me.
Sure.
I'm
I'm
sure
sure
he
one
would.
of those on his list
I was,
of like people
I was
to
going to
avoid.
say, yeah, you're probably on a list somewhere. That's
I'm
why.
sure.
I was doing sports talk, not sports talk. I was doing Wilson's show, sports talk. Kevin Lee was after,
Yeah.
and we were out at the pickup place. The
Red Garter.
I was going to say the same thing, Red Carter.
no, what's where the pickup bar out at Keystone of the Crossing?
Well, it could have been a number of
It's gone
things.
now.
I don't know. Was it? What was the theme
You went
there?
to a pickup bar?
Well, that's what everybody said. But anyways, so Peyton came was going to be on Kevin's show, and I remember I had the kids. I had Joe with me. Joe was
You
2.
took the kids to a pickup
Joe
bar?
was 2.
Joe was 2. And Peyton
Boy,
looked
you're
at
a
him.
chick magnet.
Peyton looked at him and said, "Dance, little man."
No, he did
Yes,
not.
he did.
He did?
Yeah,
And did he dance?
he did dance.
Good for him.
He was dancing.
Wow.
Dancing
That's a good
anyway.
story.
Just so interesting
Wow.
that he would pick that to say.
So do you have his mobile
Dance,
telephone
little
number?
man.
Do you have his cell phone?
Joe does.
Joe does.
Yeah.
Well, he held a gun to his feet and started.
You know, Peyton
Dance,
is
partner,
so
Peyton.
funny. I think he's just got such a great. He's
Yeah.
everything. He's a complete package,
And
truly.
Ken Dilger was on Mondays, right?
Yeah, Ken was
So
on
Kenny
Mondays.
was with us,
Oh, that's funny.
and then then Peyton came out.
So
Oh my gosh.
Jennifer Schmidt Schoolcraft said, so what is the point of the segment that we just listened to?
I believe that was into the weeds.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
Thank-
tell
We
us-
ask that
Thank you,
every week.
Thank you,
Jennifer.
You know, someone needs Jennifer. Jennifer, you are now promoted to show monitor.
Golly.
He is.
When
Send
we
me an
stray.
email to denny@wibc.com. I'll send you the information.
And Mark
Golly.
has from our YouTube followers or viewers, is that what we call
Yeah,
it?
listeners, yeah.
Mark has the I think the comment of the day. Denny has good posture for somebody in their early 80s. Thank you, Mark.
Mark,
And you know, he works really hard on that.
is that the same guy that
really
wanted me to
does.
trade places with Terry?
I don't know.
Oh,
But
God.
we'll be sending you an autographed T-shirt.
From Peyton Manning?
Mark Horn also said Pat
Peyton.
brought a broadcasting manatee back from Florida.
I don't know what that
the hell-
means.
I don't know what that means is.
Does anybody know what that means?
I don't know. Sea cows.
Hey, Allison,
Yes.
are you do you do my payroll here at Emma's?
I can help with that, yes. Have you not
not
seen
in
one?
this
I don't
one.
want help. I just want somebody to do it.
Well, that's what we call helping you.
Okay. Because I got a notice.
That you didn't
That
turn
is
it
so
in.
true.
Yeah, I got a notice from them that said something about
Yeah,
got to
it's
turn in the payroll
by the
or something.
30th.
Oh, yeah.
The 31st.
I believe we have that taken care of.
Oh, is it done?
I believe so.
Okay. Because I'm not doing this thing for free.
Ethan, are you doing
Yeah.
your payroll, your
This
time
is all
card?
about the big
Yeah,
bucks.
I messed up last week, but
No,
we're back in
you
action.
would.
You know
Back in
what?
action now.
This is how I put my kids through school. This radio gig.
Gosh, you know what? It's so interesting hearing you talk about Joe was 2. I'm
Yeah.
thinking about that. I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, was it that long ago?
I know.
2.
So he was. Matter of fact, that was his rookie year. So was that 98?
Yeah, I think. Anyway,
When was Joe
that's when the
born?
building was opened in '98, and we had
No,
that was when
that's
we
not.
had the
That can't
big.
be right. Joe must have been older than 2. He must have been like 4.
He could dance.
It doesn't matter.
Little man
Dance, little
dance.
man
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
So funny.
So we still say to Joe now.
Well, we've got the
Gosh.
Pepper ladies down in the hall, so I'm going to excuse myself and go pick them up, bring them
Okay.
up. The
Okay.
Pepper ladies
Go
are coming
get
in.
'em.
Hey, when you walk out of the door, if you hear a latch, you'll know that was us.
Maybe
Lock him out.
he's gone
Can't
now.
believe he. Yeah. Oh, here he's back.
Oh, he's back. Okay,
There he
hold
goes.
on. Oh,
Okay.
Is he gone now?
We're going to get 30 seconds without him.
Okay. Should
Best
we just
30 seconds of
maybe
the
we
day.
should just have 30 seconds of silence.
Yeah.
Guys, he's still looking.
Just everybody take a deep breath.
Guys, he's really nervous about the pepper ladies.
Oh, because I know.
All right. Then we're going to take your phone calls as well.
Yes.
Oh, good.
When we come back.
Okay, is it about straw bales?
I don't know what it's going to be about, but it's going to be really interesting.
Oh, I'd like to know.
239.
Well, some folks say that grown-up men are still just little boys. That really the only difference is the price of our toys. We go for macho symbols like guns and running shoes, pickup trucks, hunting ducks, and power tools, power tools.
Hey, welcome back. Hour number 2 of Saturday's Home and Garden program, brought to you in part by the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. This show is brought to you by the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
Wow.
That's good, right?
We missed a few in the first hour.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What's this we, Kimasabi?
Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements.
Yeah.
Life happens
Michaelis happens
to help you through it.
All right,
Ooh,
so
that was
if-
that was it.
If
That
you
was
were
good.
watching on the YouTube channel, I'm holding up a plate because we have 2 of our buddies that have come back in, back by popular demand. The Pepper Ladies are here, Jenny and Tiny, and people actually ask for you. Yeah, pull your mic on around, Jenny.
Well, thank you for requesting us. We love coming.
Well, I didn't request you. I had to do it. I mean, I was ordered by the listeners.
Well, I was actually thanking the listeners, but I appreciate you
Yeah.
passing it
I mean,
along.
she's getting right in here, isn't
Yeah.
she? Yeah. So the Pepper Ladies joined
Fist
us
bump.
2 years ago. They're from the Hamilton County Master Gardener Association, and they've got quite a reputation. Do I say, well, ladies have reputations? Yeah. They have quite a reputation for bringing the hot stuff. And so, Tiny, I'll let you go first. What you
So
got?
the Pepper Ladies sound more like a crack dealer.
Well, you know, our food is kind of like crack that we make out of our
Yeah.
hot peppers.
Don't
so.
you think, Tara? Kind of like, hey, I'm going to text the Pepper Ladies, and we'll be hitting it all night.
All right, so
We've got the stuff.
yeah, so we've had a lot of different things. What did you bring, Tiny?
Okay, so this time.
Because I see your fudge here.
Yeah, so the fudge is a Mexican hot chocolate fudge, and it has cayenne pepper in it, and it doesn't feel hot when you're first eating it. It kind of has an afterkick to it.
That's sort of like marriage. So good. You know?
So is it going to be really, I don't do well with really hot things.
No, this is not really hot. It has like a quarter teaspoon of cayenne in a whole batch of fudge.
So this is Mexican.
Mexican hot chocolate fudge.
Is it legal here?
Yes.
That was a little immigration joke.
That's okay. I am keeping the other part to myself. And I also have.
Oh, there it is. There it is. You know, it does come. It's after the sweet comes the heat.
Yeah, and I think the cinnamon in it makes the heat like just accentuated.
Oh, here it comes. It's getting down my esophagus.
Not that bad.
It is coming. Well, listen, sissy. I can do it. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
All right, so I see some sourdough bread here. Whose sourdough bread is this?
Okay, that's fine.
All right, get a little bit closer to the mic there, Jenny.
It's Vermont sharp cheddar and jalapenos.
Is that mic on?
Oh, good. Perfect.
All right, keep going, Jenny.
Thank you. Well, I think next time I'll probably try mild cheddar.
Oh, the kick's there. Just a little bit. It's very nice. It's
But it's
warm.
not hot.
It's warming. It's not hot.
savory.
Denny's a sissy.
I am not a
And
sissy.
he's older. I think as we get really old into our upper
Pat's in his
years,
mid-60s now, so he's really getting sensitive about age.
I
So he
think
accuses
when you're-
everybody else of
I think
being
when you're in
old.
your 80s that
Stop
things
waving
seem
your
a lot.
cane at them. You just leave your cane
You know,
where it is.
I just ate at a restaurant in Florida called Natali's, and it is Tex-Mexican fusion, and they make Mexican food at Thai level hot. And I am still okay, so I think it means I'm young.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're killing
So
it.
did you order the heat? Or did you surprise them that you could take it?
So I have eaten there before and gotten it as hot as they can, and I'm fine. But I was splitting a dish with my brother, so they brought me the heat on the side to add.
Because
So-
your brother does not like heat.
Do you
My
sweat?
brother ordered it mild, which mild
sweat?
there is a lot. I
Do you
don't.
sweat?
I don't.
If
I only get hiccups if I eat something like that.
Anything hot, I will just be dripping in sweat. I mean, dripping.
So my husband brings napkins and he'll dab his top
So
of his
same
head.
thing. Jeff wants to talk to you guys. Hey, Jeff. Oh, wait. Now they need headphones. Sorry. Shoot. Hi, Jeff.
Jenny's got a
Good
buzz.
morning. Good morning.
Oh, singing now. What's up?
I am so glad because the Pepper Ladies, last week you were out of town. We get the Pepper Ladies on. Thank you, Denny. I had a question because my wife makes this outstanding raspberry jalapeno jam. And I'm a hot guy. I like the heat. So I wanted the Pepper Ladies on, and you can reach out to me at onsite, ONSITE, Jeff, at iCloud.com. I want the hottest batch because when she cans, I'm lucky to use the back door right now, but when it's canning time, I have to come through the front because in the back door, you have to go through the kitchen, and I'm not allowed in there when
Wait a minute,
cans.
Jeff. Does your wife like the heat? Does she like peppers?
She'll eat the raspberry jalapeno jam because it's not hot enough, or you understand.
So you
I'm
want
a heat guy.
your jalapenos to be hotter. So does that have something to do with the seeds, ladies?
I would bump it up to habanero. I've got a raspberry habanero, and you'd probably love that because it's definitely a couple steps above jalapeno.
I would agree. I would say the same thing. Use the same amount of jalapeno as you would, or of habanero as you would jalapeno, and you're going to get a better kick from it.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the kick?
What's the kick?
Is the kick, is it delayed heat or immediate heat?
It's the heat.
Oh, no, you'll taste it right away.
Right away.
But it's super tasty, and it's not too hot.
Jenny, I was ready to propose marriage until I got a second bite of this bread. It's hot, girl.
Oh,
it's hot, but it's very tasty. What type of cheese is it?
It's Vermont Sharp.
All right,
So
Jeff.
my
Go ahead.
My other question, maybe for Jenny. Have you ever had the well, I used to be, years ago, I got in a pepper eating contest with my uncle, right? Oh, he could handle anything. And I was a kid. I was like 17. He was 30. And I was 35 or something. And I was like, well, let's do it. And he breaks up this Pakistani dry pepper. I never had it, right? Sprinkles it over the thing. And I'm going to tell you what, man, I had to have the milk and the bread and everything because it was really hot.
Sounds good.
So what was the name of it? Did you say?
I'm not sure of the name, but it was a Pakistani dried pepper that was hot. It was actually like a pepper. It wasn't. I didn't see the fruit of it. Just the dried part. Oh my gosh! I'm telling you, it was the hottest thing I ever put in my mouth.
Were there any seeds in it? Did you save them?
I did not.
Too long
I was a kid.
ago.
I didn't even know what I was doing.
So how hot was it?
On a 1 to 10 for me, and I've eaten hot stuff all my life. Denny last week tried to tell me that he doesn't run, and naturally, Allison spoke up and said, "No, I think he can take the heat coming out of that mouth or in it." And it was kind of funny.
So,
and I was like,
scale of 1 to 10, how hot was it?
Powder almost, or it was. I don't know what it was. It was ground.
Okay, so the hottest pepper that's a Pakistani pepper is the Dandacut pepper, which is like 30,000 to 65,000 on the Scoville.
So how much is the habanero? Is it lower?
I'd have to look at my
All
pepper
right,
scale.
I didn't know there was a pepper scale. Who's in charge of the pepper scale? Is it the government by chance?
It's the same guy as the tornado guy, I guess. I don't know. I don't know where it's coming
Because
from.
if the pepper scale's being run by the government, it may be gone.
Okay, so a habanero is actually more than twice as hot as the hottest Pakistani pepper.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Okay, Jeff, there's your answer.
I learned it. So if I can get the hottest jalapeno they make, I can put some in the garden with her, and she'll stay away from them and everything.
Do the habanero too. Habanero.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Habanero, the hot one. When I say the other, I mean habanero. We get the hot pepper.
We gotcha.
So
Okay,
while
thank
we're
you.
talking about the hottest peppers that we can have, we actually have started growing some peppers that don't have any heat to them that typically do. So if you like the taste of the habanero, like in the raspberry habanero or raspberry jalapeno jelly, you can get that taste without the heat. So the ones that I'm growing this year, and I brought you some samples, are the habanada, which means
Habanada.
Right. you got
Habanada.
it. Or
Get it, Ian. Habanada.
For the jalapeno, it's pepper fooled you. So it looks.
What was that one?
Pepper fooled you.
Ha!
So it looks just like a jalapeno.
Not as fun as the habanada. Sorry.
That's all right. You just keep going. So you get the flavor of it, but you don't get the heat. I'm trying to find a way to make things that my husband can eat, but I can still enjoy.
Gotcha. I just
there's a fine line between the flavor and the heat. And if it's a good marriage, it's wonderful. If not,
if they're too hot, all I taste is the heat.
Well, then
I don't get a flavor.
And then your stomach revolts the next morning.
Yeah. All right, Jeff.
Thanks, man.
See you, man.
Yeah, promise kept. The Pepper Ladies are in studio.
Yeah.
That was really sweet. I mean, he called in and says, when are you going to get the Pepper Ladies on? So how many gigs a year do you guys do? I know that you were at a show showing your wares or selling your wares. How many gigs you guys do?
So
I don't know. Several, at least probably a dozen.
So there are lots of places that you can find us or other master gardeners. Right now is a really great time to look at your local libraries because they have so many different
peppers
programs
programs
that they are.
So it's a P word.
And pepper seed. They do have pepper seeds too, though.
They do. And so those libraries are doing programs that the master gardeners are actually leading. So you're getting expert advice for free.
Is it too late to have started your pepper seeds? I know you guys start really, really early. Is it too late to get them this season?
We're 6 weeks from planting out, which is Mother's Day, typically, or June 1st. So if you do June 1st, you're more like probably 8 weeks. So you could, if you started them right now, have a good season.
You know what? That actually is my WTHR tomorrow. We're 6 weeks, so this would be a great time to plant. If you want to start to grow your own.
I just started tomatoes yesterday.
Yeah, perfect.
Golly, did you use straw bales?
No.
Did you hear that?
I did.
Terry is all about the straw bales, and but I suppose if you didn't want to contaminate the rest of your soil, does the heat go down into the soil or just come out? That's does a pepper?
What are you talking about?
Does a pepper plant leave anything behind that would reconstitute the soil in a different way?
Great question.
You don't have to. Hey, ladies, you don't have to answer that,
Pat. But
it's a trick.
Nutrition goes both ways in a plant, up and down. And sometimes, like June Glow,
just like us, sometimes it goes. You have the heat up, and then you have the heat down. About a day later.
Yeah.
So.
What goes in must come out.
Well, if you've got a question for the
I see what Denny's saying.
Give us a call, 317-239-9393.
We're coming right back, 93 WIBC. Hey, good morning. Welcome back. Saturday's Home and Garden program brought to you in part by the Michaelis Corporation. Water storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Oh, you don't have your mic. So we have the Pepper Ladies in with us. And the Pepper Ladies, I have a couple questions. How did you become the Pepper Ladies? Don't look at each other.
Get close to the mic now.
We both love peppers, and we found that out. We just talk peppers all the time.
So how long have you been the Pepper Ladies?
I think our first time that we talked about peppers in front of people was probably 3 years ago.
Was it embarrassing? Is that why it took a while to actually get in front of a group? Because you were like closet Pepper Ladies?
They were introduced as the Pepper Ladies, and the guys they thought it was a burlesque show.
Yeah.
So it was kind of tough to get them to think about plants.
So now, obviously, how big of gardens do you each have? I mean, not just peppers, obviously. I mean, big spreads.
I don't have a big in-ground anymore. I went to the tall raised
straw bales.
beds. No, but I actually would try that. I've got some straw bales. I probably will. No, but I have a 4x16 raised bed and a couple other 4x8s, and then a giant compost that I also grow in that as well.
Okay.
So I have a pretty large garden, especially for living in a Fisher suburb. It's my entire backyard length. And I also use things to kind of make it bigger. So I use grow bags in addition to my ground. That way my plants aren't fighting for that space with their roots.
Sure.
I can grow twice as much as I can.
What percentage of your crop is peppers and what percentage of your crop is normal veggies?
Probably 25% is peppers, of hot peppers.
Of hot peppers. How would you suggest? Well, Terry's been saving a question. Terry?
Oh, hi, Terry from Greenfield.
Go ahead, Terry. What's your question?
Just curious, how do you know for first-time pepper growers? This would be my second time growing peppers, and last year I didn't know when they were done. And how do you know when the pepper is done growing? Probably very simple, probably very basic, but I just don't know.
The color. So every pepper has a color that it's supposed to be. Like if you leave jalapenos on the plant, they're going to end up turning red. They're not as good when they're red. You want to pick it when it's green. So Jenny, what is your experience?
I mean, I like to pick them green and red. If I'm going to do like a cowboy candy canning, then I want both colors because it just makes it look a little prettier.
Yeah. Okay, so that's basically it. What is the growing time, the average growing time of a pepper?
It depends on what the pepper is. Some are long season, like 120 days for some really hot. Like
That's 4 months.
Oh,
so
everybody, let's hear for Denny.
No, I'm just saying that's when you compare it to tomatoes. This is where he takes time to insult me, but it's okay. But compare that to tomatoes. You can get 2 tomato crops out of 1 pepper crop.
You can.
Yeah.
So my caramel reapers that I plant, I put them in the ground in...
You said Carolina, right?
No, caramel. It is a different color. It's a different flavor. It is the second hottest pepper in the world.
Do you live in Fishers or something?
I do.
So that's why you're after the caramel people.
That's right. I'm trying to get those caramel people to like me.
I see what's going on here. So there's caramel. I know there's thousands, but Carolina Reaper is one that is grown commercially.
Right.
The caramel Reaper is
it her
I
backyard?
Yeah, it's in my backyard, and I think it has a better taste to it.
Does it have a hint of caramel taste?
Yeah,
it's not
exclusive.
A caramel taste, it's a caramel color.
Thus the name caramel.
Thus the name caramel.
It's very exclusive. They're easy to get along with, I bet.
Do you know they're so nice?
They're nice.
Yeah.
Now wait a minute.
A little more upscale.
Have you ever seen these kids
right?
when they're processing their peppers? They wear goggles, they wear aspirators, they have exhaust fans in the kitchen.
No, I don't have them in my kitchen.
Sounds like
I
a
either
great
have
hobby.
It outside or in a room that is very far away from the rest of the world.
Yeah, so this processing, you guys make it look easy, but there's some serious
You have to
isolation.
do it outside.
Hey, Terry.
Maybe in a straw bale.
In a straw
We
bale.
talked
What
about
a
this.
straw bale?
Yeah. Do you say jalapeno or jalapeno?
Peño.
Oh, jalapeno.
You do?
What do you say?
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
I'm from Indiana.
I'm from Indiana.
Let's all say it, jalapeno.
What's the right word?
Jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
Can you say adobe?
That's
there's
only
another way?
because they're the pepper ladies. The rest of us say jalapenos.
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 That just
All right,
feels wrong
so
out of my mouth.
to get people started, if they want to just give this a shot, it's not too late. We want to germinate inside in a sunny area. What's the best thing?
That's how
for
we
them to
ended up
start
having
with?
5 kids. Germinating
You just
inside.
had to go there,
yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, so what's the best thing to start with? Certainly not this.
A jalapeno is actually a very easy plant to grow.
Okay.
I would go with a jalapeno or a habanero.
Same.
Okay, and if I'm at the grocery store and I
cayenne.
see, they have more and more peppers, I'm listening and I'm carefully, I should be buying the green ones instead of the red ones, right?
If you want to save the seed, buy the red.
Buy the
Save
red.
the seed, buy the red.
If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, are there really pickled peppers that he probably picked?
There are pickled peppers that he probably picked. You can pickle any kind of pepper. All you need is some vinegar.
So
Oh, boy.
pickled peppers are real.
They are real.
Okay. Was Peter Piper? Is that a true story?
It has to be.
You know, he's my
Yes.
friend.
Yes.
I
And
do
And we
pickle
celebrate him
banana-
every March 17th.
I pickle banana peppers, jalapenos.
I love pickled peppers. So
I can't believe
can I
that
go
with
back
your
to the
tender
Can I
tongue?
go back to the jalapenos for a minute?
Yes.
So you're talking about like when you cook them, sometimes, I mean, poppers are very popular. They can be like really good and like not mild, but
If
a
they
nice
get
bite
the
to
seed
it.
out of
but
the
some of
poppers
them
are
can
fine.
be So is it the length of cooking or is it the amount of seeds that get left in?
It is both. So most places take the seeds out of them. The longer you cook a jalapeno, it's going to become milder. So the milder you want them, the longer you leave them in. I think it says like 15 minutes if you like follow a recipe. If you only do it for 15 minutes, you're going to get a lot of heat and a lot of kick. If you leave them in there for 30 minutes, it will be tolerable for most.
So smoking, like we do them on the Big Green Egg, and we'll smoke them.
I've been waiting for
kind
her
of
to
at a
stick her
low
tongue
temp.
out. It must look like leather. It must look like buffalo leather to be able to absorb that type of heat. Because I just get burned out in the back of my tongue. I don't know how to do it.
I can't do it.
Hey, listen, if any of you want to reach out to Tiny Ike, I always screw it up, EICH. Ike. Or Jenny Lambert, send me an email at denny@wibc.com. If you got questions, I'll forward them on to the ladies. But they're so helpful. They're part of the Hamilton County Master Gardener
And they're going to be at the
Association.
Vogue.
They're going to be at the Vogue?
You guys have a show?
Actually, not the Vogue, but we'll be at the plant sale for Hamilton County
that's about the
Master
same thing.
Gardeners,
Yeah.
which is on May 17th.
Right around Mother's Day is when they do the thing.
And where's that out at the fairgrounds?
Noblesville Fairgrounds off of Pleasant.
Okay. All right. Any
Ladies.
other questions for the Pepper Ladies?
I think we've learned a lot.
I think we have too.
I really applaud them both, the Pepper
Yeah.
Ladies. Cheers to the Pepper Ladies.
We got to work on this jalapeno thing, though.
Yeah, well, we'll keep trying.
Jalapeno.
It ends in an O.
Ends in a no, jalapeno.
See it in your head when you say it.
All right.
There's an O at the end.
Clematis or clematis?
Pat, you don't
Master
go there.
Gardener.
All right.
Clematis or clematis?
No, it's clematis.
Clematis.
Not in Carmel.
That's chlamydia.
Okay. So
Well,
listen, Pepper
the
Ladies, it's
bashful
great to
one.
see you. We're coming
Oh,
right
God.
back with more
Boy,
93
it got hot in
WIBC.
here.
Woo!
Where's that handkerchief?
Beautiful.
Saturday's Home and Garden program brought to you in part by the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. That sounded really good.
Boom.
It's good to have Ethan back.
That is one take Jake right there, pal.
Ethan, what'd you
yeah.
do? What'd
Print
you do
it.
on your vacation? You were gone for a whole week. Didn't do sports talk. You didn't do anything.
You know, who have become faithful listeners of the program here, hung out with the grandparents. They took a trip down to Indianapolis, and they hung out with me on Saturday. So we all took a
Really?
little bit of a break.
Were you over at the Ripple?
Close to it.
Okay.
We hit a little cheesecake factory.
Oh boy!
I had to show the grandparents.
You know
I had
that
to
is
let
the
them
world's
experience.
that is the world's largest menu.
Yeah, I was a server there before here.
No way.
So I had to memorize that entire
No
thing.
way.
No
Yeah.
way. They make you
And-
memorize it?
Yeah, well, kind of. I was really good at being like a salesman on it. You know, somebody would be like,
Oh, I can see that.
Yo, what's in this salad? I'm like, let's find out together. Let's look at the menu. I have no idea.
I bet you were great doing
So,
it. I bet you were great.
Now, Cheesecake Factory only reminds me of the Saturday Night Live skit with Timothy, I can't say his name.
Yeah.
Chalamet?
Chalamet.
Chalamet? Hilarious. Have you seen that?
That whole thing with him.
That
good.
was great. That'll go down as a classic.
The Big Bang Theory, too. That was always kind of centered around
That's
the
yeah.
Cheesecake
right.
Factory.
Speaking of
Cheesecake
classic,
Factory.
Yeah.
JMV joins us on the program.
A classic
Hey guys,
compared to
are
cheesecake.
the Hot Sisters still in there?
No, they've left the building.
Sisters.
Yeah, they're heading back. They're heading north.
So I was thinking a couple of things while they were in there. Do they listen to the Red Hot Chili Peppers as they're making theirs?
They have
Did
to.
you ask?
They said they do it outside,
why didn't you
John.
text me
they
that
can't even
question?
do that on the inside. They don't do it inside their homes. They're in the backyard when they're doing this
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Well, and here's the other question I have. Since we're doing 80s on the JMV Takeover tonight, or we can go to the 70s as well. Give me your favorite songs that have the word hot from those two decades.
Hot Child in the City.
Hot,
Child
we
in the
got
City.
it
Nick
from
Gilder.
Polar Express.
Hot Love.
Hot Love. Is that a song?
Hot,
I don't know.
hot love.
Sure.
Hot Time,
I'm
Summer in the City.
I'm sure that's a song.
That's mine. That was mine.
That was yours.
Allison, who's Hot Love by?
It's by our
I think it's by Karen Carpenter.
Is it?
It's Karen
is it?
Carpenter.
Wait a minute. Is there really not a song?
Oh, I thought you just wanted me to make someone up.
No.
Oh.
There has to be
Hot Love
Hot Love.
song.
Let's have it. Tell me who
Oh,
it's
it's
by.
by T-Rex.
Man, I can tell you this.
T-Rex.
Hot Girls.
From
Hot Girls
1971.
in Love
Yeah.
Oh, Hot
by
Girls.
Loverboy.
No, how did that go?
Is this Hot Love?
Is this Hot Love?
This is Hot Love, the A side by T-Rex from 1971.
I know my music.
Well, sing along then, pal.
Very old.
Hey, let me interrupt. Jenny left her phone, or Tiny left her phone. Does anybody see a phone on here?
You know what? The Pepper Ladies are dead to us now. So JMV joins us on the pro.
I am there.
John, disappointing game for the Boilers. What a great game, though.
I know.
Yeah, they did play well. It's too bad. There were a couple. They got kind of hosed on a couple of calls late. No doubt. I mean, I know you got to play through it. And I know Matt's not blaming that loss on anything, but that was an offensive foul push-off without question. They ended up giving the ball back to Houston, and the inbounds pass was the difference in the game. And then they had a call late in the game where it went off one of the Cougars, and they gave it. Well, then they gave it back to Houston. And they buried a three, so they hung in there. They did. So
it was a little bit late. Were you able to stay up and watch it?
Actually, I'm being very kind because I want to rip those three guys. I thought they sucked last night, those three officials. I'm just being really nice because I'm on the show with you guys. If this were my show, I'd be cutting loose on those three clowns because they sucked. But
wow,
I'm with you guys, so I'm going to respect the show early on a Saturday morning and say, you know what, Purdue should have played through it. So they should have.
Do you think the referees it was a little too late at night for them?
I just thought they sucked last night for whatever reason.
Do you think it's because they were tired?
Yeah, just some of us more than others. So like every day is like one of those days for me. I look in the mirror and I go, well, this is going to be a really sucky day because you stink. And then, for others, it's less than that. So I think they just had theirs last night because it was really in the first half and the second, it was a struggle for them. It was a big time, and it really didn't matter the team. It was just a struggle of getting things right, which
it's got to be so tough to play at 10 o'clock at night or 10, whatever it is. I mean, I really do. I think it's
10:30.
Tough. It's 10:30.
The tip ended up being 10:30.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're young people and they're full of zest, but I just feel like
zest indeed.
Did you ever use? You know what? That's funny. When we were little, that was our bar of soap of choice.
I don't think
Zest.
they sell. Do they still sell it?
I don't know. John knows.
What, Zest?
Zest. Yeah.
Is it still out there?
Hey, does anybody still use bars of soap?
Yes.
Oh, I do.
I do?
Yes.
Yeah, we took a poll one time.
We took a poll, and everybody was pretty much.
Still bar people.
Yeah.
It's better for you.
A bar.
The bar soap is better for you than the liquid.
And it's like
less expensive.
It's just easier to use.
Yeah.
Do you use a loofah? What do you use?
Well, in a world in which everybody's worried about the passing along of germs, to pass a bar of soap through generations of people, either hands or body.
So,
well, it's not a communal soap.
Okay, John, I agree with that. In our guest bathrooms, we do have, what do they call it?
Liquid soap.
Body wash.
Yeah, body wash.
Thank you. Body wash. But for the owners, it's not the master bedroom anymore. It's the primary suite.
Right.
The primary suite gets bars of soap.
Yeah.
But
no,
you
I
don't
don't like using, David and I have different bars of soap.
Yes.
Because I don't want his soap.
Oh, Beth and I share.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well,
if I see a straggly hair on there, I'm done. I don't need a man hair on my soap.
I make sure I make sure I rinse it.
I don't want to hear about man hairs. You ladies are the source of hairs.
Yeah,
okay?
that is so true.
You know
Ethan.
what? Like, don't come at us for the bathroom.
Yeah.
Hairs. That's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. Thanks for being here for us.
I got you. I got your back here.
Well, let's not forget about the beard clippings in the sink.
Oh,
right.
listen,
But wait a minute.
I worked in house cleaning at a hotel once. And I'm
No
telling
way.
You, I did. And it was the worst. The bathroom was the worst thing. God bless all of you that clean bathrooms because it's the worst thing ever. And guess what? It's men.
No.
Yeah. I mean, hands down, men. Shaving cream splattered everywhere. Is John still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
You guys remember the commercial that the bar soap, the Irish Spring commercial, where the guy took out a pocket knife and sliced it?
Yeah.
Long ways to show us.
Oh, it's so
the
cool.
green and white stripes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I can still smell that smoke. That smell. I love the smell of Irish Spring.
Yeah, that's actually how I lost the tip of my pinky because I was trying to recreate that.
not quite as story as the zookeeper or
Took it
this,
right out of there.
Robert Shoemaker
who
that got bit
carries
by
a
the
pocket
monkey.
knife?
Yeah.
Huh?
There's somebody in the studio that carries a pocket knife with you guys right now.
Oh, yeah.
Denny has about
Denny.
7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Denny Paul.
I got one too now.
John,
Thanks to Denny.
Well, that was your Christmas
I
present.
love it.
John and I got special vests yesterday from LD Smith Plumbing, and they are cool. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Pat doesn't have pocket knives.
No.
He has
I always
box
keep a box
cutters.
knife.
Cutters always in the wrong place.
Got my box knife.
Anyway, you got a new vest, all of you.
Yeah,
I did.
they're breathable, they're waterproof, they're stretchable.
That's cool.
In case
Like a
John
life
ever
preserver?
adds weight. John, how much weight have you lost, you rascal?
Don't yell at him like that.
Oh, he's so
75 pounds,
thin.
Denny Smith.
How many?
75.
75 pounds.
Has
crazy.
anybody
That is
told
crazy.
you that your face is getting longer?
Yeah, because of my hair.
Oh, is it the haircut?
Here's the problem that I have,
All right.
and I think this is true. And I own stuff, my own shortcomings, and I told the girl's 13, Gina Galeros of Wish now, and Lindsay Monroe were out with me on Thursday, and I think we all came to the conclusion with this weight loss I'm becoming a little bit more douchey.
Oh. Could you explain that for our
For
audience?
the people
Yeah,
that don't know
for
what
me.
that
Well,
means.
Listen, guys, I made the unfortunate decision to do two things this week. I tucked my shirt into my jeans.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
I wore skinny jeans yesterday for the first time in my life.
How'd that feel?
Now, you're
How'd
going to be
it
really
feel?
cool if you start wearing a collared shirt, Johnny. You're going to be a
Yeah,
cool guy.
I'll give you a great example. Have you guys seen the movie Night at the Roxbury with Will Ferrell
Yeah.
and Chris Kattan?
Uh-huh.
Remember those two from
Yeah.
SNL? That's kind of what I'm morphing into right now. I think we're all a little scared. So I put on way too much cologne, Dracar. I'll shower in cologne.
Hey, let's
and then I've worn skinny
honey, it's in the
jeans
top
and look really
drawer.
douchey.
John needs a pocket
Let's,
protector.
uh,
I know I've got one in the door for John. J&V.
let's talk about jewelry. What do you have right now? I mean, are you wearing a chain or
The
anything?
gold chains.
That's next. The gold
No,
rings.
but it's not far away. I wear watches now, and here's the funny part about it: I wear them for the look. None of the three watches work right now.
John.
John.
That's pretty
Who
normal.
are you?
Yeah.
No, that's become the
I
thing.
know, isn't it?
It's just
I
a
don't
piece
know
of
what
jewelry.
I'm morphing into. Seriously, I should kick my own ass. That's what I need to
Yeah.
do. That's how douchey I
This
am.
is serious, really. I'm surprised you're.
Yeah, I know it. I'm trying really hard. But I'm kind of like I'm like a baby in a new. I'm just like I'm reborn, and I'm just experiencing things for the first time and making some.
Are you
some
wearing muscle
level 5
shirts?
douchey mistakes here. I can't
It's what
help
the
it.
kids call a glow up. And you're taking it a little too far. Where's the Adam Sandler-esque costumes that you used to wear?
Wow.
They're all too big right now.
Well, that's
Okay.
true.
All right.
Which I'm proud of, but I'm also not. Because
Well-
I don't have a lot of clothes I can wear. So my
Goodwill
rotation
is your
down
friend.
to-
Go to a Goodwill store, John.
They really do say people
do.
that do lose these
I do.
large amount of weight. The personalities change too. People change a little
they do.
bit. And I've seen it too.
Yeah.
You've seen people change when they've lost a great
Oh, you
amount
do.
of weight.
You do.
So is
And-
John
Without a
better or
doubt.
worse?
It's just different.
It's just
it just takes
different.
it just takes a while for your body to catch up with your weight loss.
And with your brain.
Now I can say right now, I'm going to say that John has walked out of his house naked to the hot tub.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, who hasn't done
there's
that?
no-
Yeah.
Here's another thing, guys. So I have belts that are way too big.
Yeah.
Instead of going out and buying new belts, I got a power drill and drill the holes.
That's
boy.
right. That's exactly what you do.
Well, at least you're still using a manly tool. So we got that going for us.
Yeah, but see, like I said, it's just kind of a new world here, and I'm kind of caught up in the weird metro and
Well,
still trying to be a Green County
I'm
hillbilly. thing.
glad
It's
that
like
you're. I'm glad you're
my
aware of
worlds are
it.
colliding here a little bit.
It's good that you're aware. A lot of
That's
people
the
that
first
lose
step, really.
weight,
First step,
they're
just
not
being
not
aware.
aware.
If you ever wanted to get a tattoo, now's the time to do it. You get the tattoos when you're skinny, not when you're heavy, because if you get them when you're heavy and then you lose weight,
I'm not doing
then they-
that.
Not if it's a tattoo of a
No,
balloon.
no tattoos. No tattoos. We got to go,
No,
John.
no,
Okay.
my kids know that too. I told my kids this. I'm so anti-tattoo. I said, even when I die, if you two ever get a tattoo, I will haunt you.
Whoa.
Seriously,
He's
no
serious about it.
tattoos.
Hey,
I don't know why.
I told my kids I
but
wouldn't
it's
pay for their college.
And it worked.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I probably would if I'm dead. And somehow I'd do it.
Yeah.
But I just thought, if I'm gone and you guys go, hey, this guy's gone, we don't have to abide by that rule anymore. You better, or I'll be floating around in the roof of the house here.
There you go.
Haunting everybody. I'm not above it.
I know you're
above
not.
haunting.
JMV Takeover tonight.
And his skinny
Yeah.
jeans.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, you guys are the absolute best. Hey, I'm just trying to find my way in this world, but I will say this: I got a great note, and I know you guys got to go, from Eric, who actually listens to me and has lost 55 pounds, and sent me a great note about how much has changed his life. And guys,
That's great.
honestly, through all this fun, that's what it does do. It makes you feel better. It gets you more healthy. With my friends at Premier Weight Loss, and if you feel like doing it, you can do it. And it's just a lot of really good things to it, despite of what I'm talking about with my own personality and image right now.
There you
so
go.
It's great.
Oh, I love that.
All right, John, tonight, the B105 JMV Takeover from 6 until midnight, coming right back, 93 WIBC. Saturday's Home and Garden Program is brought to you by the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you.
Did you forget to turn on your own mic, Ethan? Again?
Hold on.
Dang it. Restart.
Oh,
Life happens.
Ethan.
Michaelis happens to help you through it.
Thank you.
That wasn't as good as
Oh,
the
and
last one.
now Terry's mic is not on. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, you're a hot mess over there.
There's so much
He
going on.
got a
right
little
now.
nervous. It's all right.
Like a deer in the headlights,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Hey, are the phones working? We've had some trouble with the phones in the last part of this week.
Oh, really?
But today,
We've
everything's
taken some
good?
time.
They've been great.
Yeah.
People can call?
They can call 239-9393.
Okay.
Hey, what's the big tease for Craft Corner? Is it something manly? Is it something springy?
Springy.
Springy?
Porchy.
Porchy.
Or indoory. Indoory or porchy.
Indory or porchy?
Let me just say
Well, that's-
2 words.
Flowery.
Straw bale.
Don't you get me started, mister. I'm going to do it. I'm going to grow the very best vegetables you've ever had.
Oh, you
in
will not.
your
You never
life.
do.
I
You
think we
never-
should all grow something
You always
and then
say
have a
you're going to
taste
do
off.
stuff.
You know
and
what
then
we
We
should
should
do?
all
Never
grow
do
a
it.
tomato. And
We
who
should
made
put
the best
some
tomato?
bales of straw out in the construction site on Monument Circle.
Oh,
They won't
yeah.
really know
my
because
God.
it looks like it would be natural
Yeah.
being part of the site, and we could have.
People would think it's part of the construction
Yeah.
anyway.
People were moving. Don't do it. I could do it on the balcony, though. I could put it right here on our balcony.
Oh, you
Get some
could.
lots of
Can
sunshine.
we? I don't think we can get down to the balcony anymore. Can
Well,
we?
we've got.
During
I
the
know,
week.
I know how we can do it.
Really?
She scales a building.
Do you really?
Yeah, I'm a master gardener.
It's part of her training.
Oh,
I
boy.
had to scale a building
Wow.
to get the certificate.
So where we were when it's still the MS building, but we were sold, and then we lost some privileges, and one of them was to the 4th floor
Outdoor balcony.
outdoor balcony.
So we can go on it during the working hours, but I believe the bank downstairs owns that now.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
Star Bank.
So we can go and use it during our lunch breaks during the week, which is still really nice to be
Yeah.
honest.
It is
but,
nice.
That's nice of
But if they
that
come
bank,
out, we
Star
feel
Bank.
guilty
Yeah,
for being there.
Star Bank.
Sometimes if they come out, you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll go.
But it was
Well,
kind
I'm
of
sure they're nice
Theirs.
people.
I'm sure they are, but it's kind of theirs.
You know what? Here's what we should do before we leave.
What?
We should have a mixer between our radio people and Star Bank.
On their balcony?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna bring the food?
Yeah, we'll just bring a grill and,
Okay.
have a little mixer.
Boy, people been grilling out this week.
And then what we
Oh,
could
the
do-
smells and the.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I mean, it's been grill week.
What we could do is we could bring in some of the people like the execs or the loan officers from Star Bank to do the radio shows, and then we can give out loans.
Oh, I know a
kinda
lot of
do-
people who would.
Kind of like a little job switch
They
there
may put the
with Star
kibosh on
Bank.
that, Pat.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think
So
it's-
let's call the
it's
manager
fine.
over there. Do you know who the manager? Have you even gone over and introduced yourself? Terry,
Their
that's
doors
not
are-
like you.
Their doors are always locked.
Yeah, I know it's not like me. Lots of times I like to bake cookies and stuff. Now that I'm a master gardener, I should have taken them a plant, but I didn't.
Well, why don't you make them
It's not too
something
late.
and take it
Crafting.
over?
Oh, what we make today was a good craft that I could take over.
Okay.
This
All
would
right.
be a great gift. There's your tease.
Monday morning that you'll take it over to Star Bank,
Yeah.
meet the manager. We'll have them on the air maybe next Saturday.
Okay. Hey, look at my hand.
That means 30 seconds to.
Power to the people. You know, Elon must have done gotten
You
a lot
sure
of
did
trouble.
got a lot of trouble.
A lot of trouble.
Don't do it. This is a radio signal.
That's 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay. And you know when you guys do that, then you knock me off my thought, then I don't have anything else to say. So let's just all have a little silence, okay? Hour number 3 is coming up. 93 WI.
Well, some folks say that grown-up men are still just little boys. But really, the only difference is the price of our toys. We go for macho symbols like guns and running shoes, pickup trucks, hunting ducks, and power tools, power tools.
Hey, good morning. Welcome. Hour number 3 of Saturday's Home and Garden program, brought in part by the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
It sounds like a broadcast issue, like we're getting
I think we're killing it. I think
fake frequency here, but it sounds pretty
quite
good.
honestly, I think Michaelis may be adding a new spokesperson, Ethan.
Oh,
Yep.
hold on there, Richard.
Could you turn Terry's mic on?
Thank you.
Hey, we have a game coming up.
Really?
Yes, we do.
Guess what happened? Pat planned it.
It's Pat's game?
Pat
No
Really?
way.
brought us a
Yeah.
game to play
That's
today.
it.
Are there prizes?
I
Yeah.
think so.
They're right here.
You've got. When can we play?
Should we do it next segment, or do you want to start now, or what should we do?
We can do next.
Next segment?
yeah,
do we have
let's
some
do next.
callers and stuff we need to get to?
No.
Well,
Well, we got to talk
okay.
to Fulton.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay, we've got Craft Corner at the bottom of the hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So is the game going to take more than one segment? Should we
No.
start now?
No.
Can I ask in the meantime? I have a list of the 2025 new perennials this year, the
Okay.
perennials, and see if you have them at Sullivan.
Sure.
Ooh, good.
Do you by any chance have Boom Chocolata Geranium?
Boom Chocolata.
Do you have that?
I don't know.
Boom Chocolata Geranium.
Interesting. Let's talk geraniums, shall we?
Okay.
Yeah, geraniums have been sinking in sales
Why?
as of late.
So many great substitutes.
Yeah, I think that they're kind of falling out of favor a little bit.
What if it smelled like chocolate?
That would be different.
Is that
Now,
what?
but actually, so you're probably talking about a perennial geranium.
This is a perennial.
So that would be different from the perennial geraniums.
They're pretty,
are
purple.
very popular.
They are pretty. They're a pretty flower. I marked the ones that I liked, and that's why I was asking if you had any of those.
Okay.
Do you have, when it comes to the annuals, do you have the Marble Mania Coleus?
Coleus
I
is
think I
there.
did see it
saw
on the list. Yeah.
It's a pretty
Do you know
thing.
who the
Grower is.
No. What about the space age black hole Rex begonia?
Oh.
Man, that sounds like
we have a lot of
that
Rex
sounds
begonias.
that sounds like Scotch
Rex-
bread
The black
pudding.
hole.
There's so many different varieties of Rex begonias, and they kind of transfer because some people will use them inside as a house plant, but they're lovely outside in pots. And we put them in. My wife Beth, she planted. She's not a. She likes to garden, but she's not like a crazy gardener, like really. And she put together a mix, which was, that looks like all the rest of them.
It does not.
Allison just showed Pat a picture
black
of what
hole.
the black hole.
So
It's a proven winner.
She put together. You know what? I did order
So
that.
I was going to say, I bet you did.
So begonias and
I like
Rex
begonias.
begonias, and then tuberous begonias. God, you know what? My old brain.
Well, no, you've
the
been gone
names
for a
just-
week. So you had a relaxed time. So your brain relaxed a bit.
You need lion's mane mushroom extract.
But she put this together, and it was so beautiful that we have Schlegel actually now grows them for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it has Rex begonia, and then has the tubers in them that is called.
I tell you what, that I really have. I love them. I love them.
Yeah.
The Hoosier Boy stuff.
Tubers, begonias.
What about an airbrush effect hardy hibiscus? That's the other one I marked that I really loved. The
Now,
airbrush
did you
effect
see these
hardy
at the Flower and
hibiscus.
Patio show?
In pictures.
In pictures.
This was Joellen Myers Sharp.
Oh.
She brought the list and then showed
I
them
saw
all.
Joellen yesterday. She was in the
She's
store.
so cool. You know, she's a cool lady. I loved that one. I loved this one for shade. It's the flamethrower adobo pink coleus, because I have a lot of shade. So I was looking at a lot of the new coleuses. The spigelia, is that something? Apple slices, and that's a perennial.
Is it spirea?
Oh, maybe Spiegelia. Spigelia? Oh, it's beautiful.
Spigelia.
Yeah,
It's so
spigelia.
beautiful.
You know, white sauce, red sauce,
Yeah.
it's wonderful.
What are you
Okay.
talking
The
about?
spigelia.
Do we need to take a break?
We need a camera on Ethan.
Because I've got another one.
What's the matter, you?
Oh, no, we have plenty of time.
Are we okay?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, she showed a lot of these mini things that I really loved, like
Mini?
like the bonsai kitchen mini basil. She says a lot of the mini things are starting to pop up for people just in smaller spaces. The Everleaf lemon basil, which she says even after last year and she's digging things up, she can still smell the lemon in the roots
Ooh, yum.
because it's so lemony and has such a great lemon.
Now, how did you
Sounds like an
pronounce it? You
annoyance.
said basil, right? Have you-
Basil.
Basel.
I mean, no, it's what people are doing. It's Basel, Switzerland, but it's basil, the spice.
Basel, England.
Yeah. It's the spice I'm looking at if there's something different.
Wait a
but
minute.
the
Basil's in
Everleaf
Switzerland.
lemon basil. Do you
There's
have
one
any
in
new
England, too.
vegetables and herbs that are new at the store?
Yeah, we get new varieties all the time. But there's here's a frustration for a garden
Guy.
store owner is there's so many varieties and these stuff gets published, people come in and ask for them
Yeah.
and they're not commercially grown. They're not
What's that mean?
they're just not growers have to pick them up and they're so
just because it's new, it
Right.
doesn't
You
necessarily.
remember the
and
fluorescent
then they have to
glow-in-the-dark
you can
daisies?
so then they have to
Right.
drop something. There is somebody that picked that up in
Finally.
Michigan, so we'll probably try to get those. But I think they're still going to be expensive. Those petunias that glow in the dark, not really.
Oh, that we brought last year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, they were so expensive. I think they were
I never saw
like
the glow.
$30 a
they're
plant.
$30
I
a
think it
plant.
would be worth it if they really glowed, but I didn't see any glow.
Well,
No.
but it could have just been our batch. We don't know. That thing is so new because I saw the reviews and some people said it worked. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I like here's the thing. Of all of it, I love the names. I like how
Right.
they come with the Poco Loco, the Midnight Express Redbud, the Kinsley's Ghost Honeysuckle, which was beautiful, the Double Play Big Bang Spirea,
That one's been around. Double Play is a whole series.
Double Play, My Monet Sunset.
My Monet Wigelia is also
Yeah.
a very
That's it. It's the
widely
one-
available.
Now, Monet was the impressionist artist from France.
No, this Monet was different. It was Joe Monet, and he actually found this plant out in the woods.
Drag you through culture, and you refuse my gestures. That's okay.
I
those are
love the
pretty.
names. I love the names. Chocoholic, String Theory Sonia, Lavender Bubbles Allium, Bobblehead Allium. The names that they come up, I think they're
Do you
really
think you
fun.
could
It's like wine. They always say wine that's like it's in the name. You have to have a good wine.
Yeah.
But coming up with the right name
Right.
for that wine.
I would argue also nail polish colors.
Same thing.
There's always
gotta
good
come
puns.
to right because one day there's just not going to be anything left.
Paint colors.
No more names
Same
left.
thing.
Paint colors.
Exactly.
Yeah, the paint colors.
Yeah.
I will look at the paint colors too. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, that was fun. Thank you. Bye.
No, that was great.
That was good.
No, I liked
That was
it.
very good.
So basically, you don't have any of the things I'm looking for.
Well, no.
So
and-
I'm
and-
going to have to
I think you have
order
like
them on
two
Amazon.
on the
and,
list.
and let me and can I just
80-20.
can I tell you, because a lot of people are listening to the show's kind of on the background, and so now because of your little segment there, people become, hey, I want to see that Choco Loco that you guys were talking that said you had.
It'll
It's like,
drive
we did not
Jenny
say we
crazy.
had that.
We don't have that.
These are
plan.
just
not-
some of the new varieties of things that are kind of taking hold in
Yeah,
2025.
we heard about all the new varieties that you had. Are they all in one area? Or here's the ones I want the coleus, I want that one, and then also the begonia, the Rex begonia. Where's that
man.
one? It's like we don't have that.
Talk about
No,
a
no,
store
you have
record.
it. It's on the radio.
Yes, the girls in the office love when we do that.
Well, I think you made it pretty clear. We were just talking.
Well,
We're just talking
the
that
thing is,
Pat
they're
doesn't
not
have any of those.
they're not listening anymore because they're getting in the car to go to the store.
to go buy
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, they're going to buy them right now.
Can we take Ron?
Oh yeah, we can take Ron. Hello, Ron.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I just finished repainting my living room, dining room, and I have cathedral ceilings, and I'm on a slab, so all my heat comes out of the ceiling, and my return is about a foot from the ceiling on a wall. Should the louvers be facing towards the floor
I
or
love these
towards
questions.
the ceiling?
The louvers should, you want to obscure what's in the wall. So if it's on the sidewall, you want the louvers pointing up so that you don't see a dead space.
Okay.
So it has nothing to do with the airflow.
It has nothing to do with the airflow.
Oh, really? Okay.
So it's all about,
All right.
but that's a good
on the
question,
cold,
Ron.
That's on the cold air return. Now, on distribution, if it's a supply line, that's a little bit different. But for the cold air returns, which are the great big boxy ones, have those louvers point up.
Right.
Okay.
I'm painting the louvers now, and I wonder about when I put them back.
Hey, Ron, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What's the name of the color that you're painting on your walls?
Good question. That's what I
Yeah.
was going to ask.
Yep. Do you remember?
It's mauve.
Yeah, it's kind of a grayish blue, and then around the fireplace, it's a little more dominant blue.
Yeah, but Ron, there's
you
got to
gotta
be a
have a
name.
name,
What's the
son.
name? What was the name on the chip? Do you
I don't
remember?
know. My wife went in the kitchen to get the color sample.
I knew that was going to
Okay, hold on. We'll wait.
We'll wait.
Oh, yeah.
Dun,
To see what it's called.
What colors do you think it's going to be called?
Yeah,
I think it's going to start with
like a
whisper.
country
I think it's
blue.
gonna be
I think it's going
slate.
to start with whisper.
Oh, whisper?
Yeah,
What's it gonna
whisper.
be?
Now in the garage,
Like a
I
heather.
got my louvers on the drop cloth.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We don't care about that.
Nobody cares, Ron.
I think it has something to do with nature.
Nature?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
I bet it's a slate
Or sky. Something to do with the
This is
sky.
Salt
my
and
wife's
pepper.
candy.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
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 So it's called it's clean slate.
Clean
slate.
slate.
There you go.
Did you say that?
Thank
He did.
you.
He did.
All right,
said
what's
slate.
the
This is
trim?
Ron. Thank
What's
you.
the trim?
The trim is called Serenity.
Serenity.
Oh, I bet
Serenity.
it looks so peaceful.
Oh, serene.
It's serenely, yeah, serenely.
All right. So how would you assess your husband's paint job so far?
Oh, he's an expert painter.
Is he really?
Oh.
Wow.
Is he for hire?
No, she just doesn't want to paint.
No.
She's making him look good because she doesn't like
I'm
to
getting
paint.
too old.
In fact, he'll need to do ours.
Hey, guys, have a great day, okay?
Okay.
All right, see you guys later.
Wow.
Careful
Denny, you
on the
nailed
ladder.
that.
That was really, you nailed that. That was fun.
Clean slate and serenity. That
You know,
makes
Serenity,
sense.
I
That's
could
a
take
neat
in a
name.
paint color or a white wine. Either one.
Or a
Nice.
blanket.
I'll take it as
Cold
a nail
sip of
polish.
serenity.
A cold sip of
That
Serenity.
sounds
That
nice.
sounds like moonshine.
Could I get another glass of that Serenity and do a heavy pour?
And I'm going to plant one in my garden.
We're coming right back with more. 93 WIBC.
Mr. Patrick Gerard Sullivan has a game for us on the Home and Garden Show.
Thank you, Johnny.
Yeah.
So before we get to our calls, so I was looking over a report at the store at our Keystone location about candy and sodas.
My specialty.
And I now what I've done is I've eliminated out of the list. I've brought 10 items in. So we have
And you can show the YouTube camera as well, which we're on YouTube now, live stream, WIBC.
I can show you. This
No,
is
not your microphone, dumb
this
butt.
is-
The camera.
This
Are
is-
you really putting that in
this
front
is-
of your microphone?
no, I was putting it right here.
you
so
were
they could
putting
s-
it in front of your microphone.
Can
He
you
was
see
making
that?
sure you
This
could
is
hear it.
this is Chef Jeff's chocolate balls.
Okay.
Chef Jeff's
Jeff's
chocolate,
chocolate balls.
balls.
S'mores balls.
We have Necco's, chocolate
Oh,
Necco's,
my favorite.
and then the variety pack that most of us know.
Yeah.
For those of you who
Necco's.
don't know what
Look and
those
feel
are,
them.
those are sort of
are we
chalky
touch-
candies.
Okay.
They
Oh, we get to
are
touch
that
them?
is
Okay.
that is training for Catholics. We have Chuckles.
Oh, Chuckles. Don't like them.
Chuckles, okay.
So this is also, is this older candy as well?
Yep, we
I
have
feel like gummies.
we have the bun. That is the maple,
Now
my
there's two different
favorite.
types of buns.
vanilla, and maple.
Yeah.
What are they? Are they chocolate? What
That
what-
is a
it candy?
classic candy that is my very favorite.
And
the vanilla and maple.
Zagnut.
Zagnut. God, these are forever ago.
Okay.
I think
so,
that's why they're top sellers. So we're just doing all the candies right now?
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're right. I forgot the three. So we have Dang butterscotch root beer.
Dang, that's
Okay.
good.
We
root
have
beer.
Triple X
Triple X.
root
Okay.
beer.
There is a Triple X
And-
in Lafayette, Indiana.
I think it's the
West
only
Lafayette.
Triple X,
Ooh,
isn't it?
butterscotch
West
root
Lafayette.
beer.
Dog and Suds.
Dog and Suds.
So here's your challenge.
Okay.
All right.
You're going to pick 5 of the 10 items that you think are in the top 10 or in the top 5.
Okay.
So there's 10 items. You will pick, and you can do this at home, 10 items. You'll pick 5, and then I will tell you what the top 5 is in sales in units, not in dollars. So we have 3 different root beers. We have Triple X, we have Dog and Suds, and we have Dang Butterscotch. We have Chef Jeff chocolate balls. We have 2 different buns. We have vanilla and maple. We have
Question about
Neckos.
the buns. Are they together or separate?
They're separate.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's a vanilla and a chocolate.
Yep.
Okay.
Vanilla and maple.
Allison, were
maple.
you asking Pat about his bun?
Then we have Neckos in chocolate, and then the regular that we're all used to, the variety pack.
Allison,
And,
these are
Zagnut.
old-time candies that Terry knows about. I don't like the Neckos. Terry, you were going nuts over the
That's 'cause you're
Neckos.
not Catholic.
Eating them. Love them.
Not Catholic, and
The bun is my
Terry's
favorite.
Terry's a wannabe Catholic. So, did I miss anything for our people? Chuckles.
Was there a Chuckles somewhere?
Chuckles?
Chuckles is here. I can't believe
Remember-
people love the Chuckles.
I think too, like it's just one of
in the
those
top
things.
10.
I bet that I bet people just see it and they just like, oh, we haven't seen that in forever, and then we'll just buy it.
Okay, so
I
you
have-
guys,
I have my 5.
you work on your list, and then I'll tell you what. We're going to take a couple calls here.
Okay.
We have let's see, joined by Kevin first. Hi, Kevin.
Hey,
What's up?
how are you guys today?
We're doing
Not
good.
much. Well, you're having a fun show, like always.
We have it's so fun to be around
Well, let me-
Danny.
I don't know. I'm
Let
just
me,
sitting here
let
manipulating
me add a little
Chef
bit
Jeff's
to that
s'mores
today.
balls.
Yeah, go ahead.
Gavin Newsom's president.
Oh.
He goes to the Indian reservation. He asks the chief, any issues? Chief says, I have 3 issues. Gavin Newsom says, what's the first one? He says, no water. Well, go dry, no water. Gavin pulls out his phone, gets on the phone. He's talking. He starts screaming and yelling, kicking dirt, hangs up phone. 2 days. Water trucks are rolling. I'm bringing a drill. Gonna
Wow,
get you a
good
new
for
well.
him.
Then he said, what's the second issue? He says, we have a new modern medical facility, no doctors, no nurses. Gavin pulled out his phone. He's sitting there and he's talking. Pretty soon he's yelling, screaming, kicking dirt, hangs up phone. 2 weeks, full medical staff, doctors and nurses.
Oh, wow.
What's your third issue? Indian chief says, no cell service.
No cell service.
Yeah, no
so
cell
Gavin
service.
Newsom was making it all up.
He is what he is.
That's what he is.
You know what we call that? A thinking man's joke.
I knew you
What do you
glazed
call that?
over.
Yeah.
Jeff, I
yeah.
wish you could have seen Pat's face.
I'm like, I think this is a thinking man's joke. I
He
don't
was
get
still
it.
showing the root beer to his microphone.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing better than a microphone root beer.
There you
That's
go.
right. Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
All
I
right.
call him Jeff. I think I called him Jeff, too.
Hey, can we take line 3? It says that I need to thank Pat for something.
I hope so. Joining us on the is Denny.
Hi there, guys. Nice to hear both of your voices again.
Hey, Den.
Hi, Danny. Pat, your St. Patrick's Day party was over the top awesome. I've been going to these for about 55 years, and yours is the best ever.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say.
Plus, you used it as a fundraiser for Seeds of Hope.
Yes.
And I'm guessing you've talked about this before, but could you give a 15-minute rundown or 15-second rundown on Seeds of Hope? It's wonderful. Thank you.
Seeds of Hope was started by my cousin, Father Glenn O'Connor, and is obviously very local. It started very small, and it helps women with addiction problems, women that generally will lose their children. So now there's the original Seeds of Hope for treatment, and then they've opened the Father Glenn O'Connor House, which is kind of so then they have a halfway house, and now they're opening a 3/4 house so that when the women get their children back, and they're also opening a medical clinic. And we were able, our customers, through the generosity, $20,000.
Really? That's amazing.
Yeah.
It really is
That's fantastic, Patty.
That party was a banger.
Yeah, it was really fun.
It was
I
fun.
agree.
And again, my wife and I have donated to Seeds of Hope, and we're just going to keep doing that. And really appreciate all you've done there, Pat. You're,
Thank
you're
you, Danny.
awesome. Thank you.
All right, did you read everything I wrote down for you? I think you did. I think that got
did.
it.
I
Yeah.
did.
Got it.
Okay, thank you.
Hey to your wife.
There he goes, Danny. One more. Let's get Bill. Hey, Bill.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
What's up?
Hey, Pat and Denny. Wanted to ask you about tomato blight. We've routinely rotated where in the garden we plant our tomatoes, but we still have pretty persistent tomato blight year after year. So how would you approach that?
I'd get rid of the top 2 inches of the soil in the garden because you've probably got a mulch in there that's had some sort of a fungus that helps promote that. How big is your garden?
Oh, it's big. It's 20 by 70.
I would call Purdue. I don't know, but usually when you get something that's continuous, Pat, it's in the soil.
So is this the tomato blight that just where the tomatoes, the foliage just folds?
Foliage, yes, the foliage starts to die early, and then the plant dies way earlier than it should. So we lose a lot of production out of all the tomatoes.
I think I'm with Denny, though. I'm not sure. I'm certainly.
I don't know what else to sterilize the fungus. I don't know how to kill the fungus without hurting the soil, the microbiology of the soil.
And I wonder if there's something you can spray on the soil. I can't think of a granular, but
yeah. It would have to be a surfactant of some sort that would attack it, that would get around the fungus. I think calling Purdue
but it would have to
be
a same thing. It would have to be kind of a protectant, so you would have to get it down before you saw any kind of the.
You got 10 times more experience than I do in this, Pat. I don't know. I'm thinking it's in the soil if it happens every year.
Yeah, that's our thought too, but we weren't sure how to deal with it. So maybe Purdue is our best source.
Yeah, just call the Extension Service, the Purdue Extension Service, the local, and then if
there's a Marion County, there's a Hamilton County.
And if they don't have an answer, then they can go to West Lafayette.
Got it.
All right.
Great.
Thanks, Bill. Hey, let us know too.
Yeah, we'll let you know. And when's your next hamburger cooking class?
Cooking classes are every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
SullivanHardware.com. All right, when we come back, so we're going to have, that's all right. Let's do this right here. Okay.
Can we do it really quick?
Yeah, we can do it real quick. So that we had 10 items. We had 3 root beers. We had Chuckles.
Buns.
Yeah, 2 buns. We had
s'mores. We had
vanilla.
somebody's balls.
Yep. Chocolate. Jeff's chocolate balls.
Zagnut.
Zagnut. Neckos. 2 kinds of Neckos. All right.
So I'll go first.
Okay, you go first.
Okay,
We're picking the top.
I'm going to count. How many you get?
Top 5. Okay, I said Triple X, Dog and Suds, Zagnut, Bun Maple or Maple Bun, and Jeff's balls, s'mores balls.
Okay.
Okay.
I had a lot of those as well. I have Triple X.
Okay.
Maple Buns, Original Necco, Chuckles, Dog and Suds.
Oh, Terry, we are so close. I had Triple X.
Okay.
Buns Maple, the Original Neckos, Chuckles, and Chef Jeff's balls.
Okay. Denny, what was you again?
Oh, I had Triple X, Dog and Suds, Zagnut, Maple Bun, and Jeff's balls.
Ethan, did you pick any?
I didn't, but I totally agree with you guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're agreeing with the winner?
Here's the top 5.
Okay, the top 5.
This is our Keystone location. Number 1, Triple X root beer.
There we go.
We sold 2,300 bottles.
That was my number 1.
It really surprised me. Number 2, Chuckles.
Chuckles, got it.
1,122 packages.
Okay.
And then number 3 was Chef Jeff's s'mores balls.
Yes.
Oh, I'm shocked.
883.
The reason I say that is because they're right at the checkout counter, and I know people are
this is all at the checkout.
Yeah, but he has a bigger display, I think.
Yep. Number 4, vanilla buns.
Vanilla,
not the maple?
Number 5
Maple are
is
nuts.
maple.
Okay, it's on there too.
Yep.
So I got 3
So
out
that's
of
the top
3 out of the
5.
5.
So Dog and Suds, no.
Dog and Suds was number 7. Dad's root beer was number 6.
Okay.
Which one was the butterscotch root beer?
Zagnut was 8.
root beer.
And regular Neckos was number 9. And Dang's butterscotch was
last.
10.
Was last.
No kidding.
I got 4 out of 5.
I crossed off Chuckles to put on Zagnut.
I couldn't believe Chuckles was number 2.
That's what I was saying earlier before. I was
when I saw Denny's reaction of, I haven't seen that in forever, I was like, oh, okay, that has to be nostalgia.
People love nostalgic candy.
Well, these all are, because obviously we sell Snickers and regular, but It's the nostalgic
So
stuff.
who's the distributor?
Jeff's
Is
balls.
it Do It Best as the distributor?
No,
Who?
there's a distributor right over at 71st and Binford, and that slips my name, but we have a great sales guy that comes in and.
That is really cool.
Yep.
Okay, if I
Nice.
eat the maple
Did
bun.
I win a car?
Yes, you did. You
Yes.
you
Wait a
won.
minute. Did you get them all?
You won
I got
some
4.
maple
We all
buns.
got 4.
Allison.
You got 4 too?
Yeah, we all got 4.
No, Denny didn't
Wait,
get 4.
how many did you
much
get?
did
I got
Denny?
3.
Oh, we got
3?
3.
I took
4
Chuckles
and
off.
4.
I got 4 as well.
Oh, you know what? I should have made you
You
guys.
didn't even guess, you rascal.
What's number 5? Or number 6?
Number 6. Oh, I see where you're going. Number 6 was Dad's root beer.
Yeah.
Did you have Dad's root beer?
Oh, did I?
I had
No.
Dog and Suds and Triple X.
Root beer, I had Triple X and
Number 7 was Dog and Suds.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's Terry. So
that
she's
was my miss.
that was her miss.
There you go. All right, we're coming right back. Craft Corners coming up next. 93 WIBC.
Glitter, stickers, buttons, and beads, doodle doodads, you gotta see. We're gonna have a crafty-rific time. I got
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
you
you've waited for 2.5 hours. It is now time for Craft Corner. Craft Corner can be, you can listen on the radio, of course. You can also go to our Facebook page, Home and Garden Indiana, where we will be broadcasting. And then you may also check it out on our YouTube channel, which is WIBC/ I don't know.
Just go to youtube.com and search WIBC.
That's right.
There.
The Home and Garden program is brought to you in part by the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
Ethan.
Yay!
Jeez.
Ethan.
He's slipping. It's a 3rd hour. It's okay.
Yeah, we're getting late.
Yeah, gotcha. If you don't want the job, just say it. All right, ladies.
Okay, here's what we're going to make today, kids. How's everybody doing? Denny, tell us when they're on.
We have 7 people on.
I'm thrilled. We're going to get into
No,
spring.
no, we don't work until there's 10.
We'll just sit here and
You know
wait.
what? We need 50 people. We're not doing anything. We have 50 people. 40 more, or you don't love us. That's how I feel like some of the hosts do. I need 50 more people.
Okay, what are we doing?
I mean, not here, not our hosts.
No.
Anyway, today we're making really fun because I told you I'd spent so much time out at the Flower and Patio Show that we're making a fun porch pot. Or you can keep this inside and you can make it truly very personalized because you can get pots of every color. And if you want, you can get the plastic
That
pots.
sounds like a song. Pots of different colors.
Pots of different colors, everyone should buy. I would want a white one, what maybe you'd like sky. It really doesn't matter, it's all for fun. Today we're making porch pots for you and number 1.
Woo!
Oh, come on.
That's way better than
I'm
AI.
such a songwriter. I'm
That
really,
is
I mean,
way
I'm
better than
truly-
AI.
That was just right off the top of my head.
Singing sessions coming soon.
Okay, so today we're going to need porch pots, and you can make these very personalized if you want to. They make fun gifts. They truly do, to make it look like the person you're giving it to. So basically, you're going to start with a pot.
Wait, this is a portrait of someone?
This is me.
Oh,
This is me. This is me. So anyway, you're going to need a pot, and you can either use clay.
Okay,
or-
we're up to 25 people. We need another
We need
50.
50 people.
Oh, sorry. Is my
You
phone up
also
there?
are
I'm
watching the
sorry.
video while
sorry.
we're...
I'm sorry. I'm doing a lot of stuff over here, all right?
What you're going to need for this project is you're going to need some pots. You can put them in any size you'd like. And then you're going to need some accessories, all right? You're going to obviously need some flowers, but you're going to need balls, wooden balls for your nose and your ears.
That's what my dad said to me.
Well,
and we're going to need some other accessories that maybe you would like. Sunglasses for one, maybe some costume jewelry that you'll need. You're going to need some I wanted curlers, so you can get some curlers. You're going to get some yarn to make the hair on the curlers.
And don't forget, googly eyes.
Googly eyes.
Just like in our song.
You're also going to need some paint. That's going to be for your lips, and maybe you'd also like to make some cheek color, maybe a little cheek color. But basically, also there's some foam board if you want to put behind your googly eyes, as you see. So if you decide you want a clay pot, you can certainly paint it flesh tone, whatever your flesh tone is. I've found this color for me a flesh tone, but it would not go on a cheaper plastic pot, which all of this stuff came from the Dollar General, and it cost about, I think it was about $10 or $11 for the things that I bought.
What? Was it? There better have been 10 or 11 items then.
10 or about almost, but
It's
a pretty good deal,
dollar
truly.
store.
I mean, everything from the yarn to the wooden balls to the flowers to the curlers, everything, the paint. So basically, we're going to finish this one up for you. But as you can see, I've even bought false eyelashes. And
I like
googly
those.
eyes, and then also put the balls on either side to make the ears, and then I glued in an earring, and then also the curlers.
Terry, Susan says Happy Craft Corner Day. Andrea, glad we're all back together. Dana said hello.
Hello, Dana.
Susan
Hello,
said my
everyone.
favorite part of the show. Bo said I'm here. Teresa said yay Craft Corner. Love the ladies. Then we have Courtney. Good morning. I love you all. And Deborah says hi from Florida.
Well, hello from Florida. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Is it 50?
We're at 38, so yeah.
Here's a big one. Here's a big.
I was trying to dig
googly
for a
eye.
big one.
Yeah, there's a
I didn't
big
want
googly
to
eye.
have
Earring.
uneven eyes. Can I
So
have a little
basically-
dab of glue?
Yeah, you're gonna need the glue. It only stretches. There we go. A little bit of glue, just a teens, a little glue. She'll put the googly eye on, and then we'll continue to put the earrings on. You're gonna need your nose ball. You're going to
Excuse me?
need
Oh, where's it? Oh, can I have an eyelash as well?
eyelashes are here. Where are the eyelashes? Oh, here they are. Another eyelash will go on. And we'll kind of complete this, and then we'll also make the lips. And then let me show you what it looks like when you start to put in the flowers. You'll obviously have a flower pot. You can just dump it in. Oh, here they are. Hold on, everybody. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm coming.
She's leaving.
This,
Just pull it off. There you go. Pull it off right there. Once you put the flowers in, it really
Ethan
is
says, hey, Pat, this sponsored yet? By the Michaelis Corporation.
could be.
Water storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
Other eyelash
They're the
on.
best. Yeah, put that in there. And then also, once I get these flowers in here, you guys can see how really cool it is. It's really a fun porch pot. These are going to be just your fake flowers, but you'll put your real ones in. And it really is so fun and festive.
This is cute. I like the curlers.
I like the curlers too.
It
I like
just
the
seems
curlers
so
that you'll put
fake.
around. What? It seems so fake. No, once you put in your real flowers in there,
I think
this
you're
will
talking
give
about
you
the flowers
idea.
look fake.
And then put the mouth
they
on.
are.
Oh, you're going to use real flowers in this.
Yeah,
I wasn't paying
you're
attention.
going to put real flowers in there. I'm just giving you an idea
okay,
of how
got it.
pretty it would be once you get this in and you get your porch flowers.
Because I was just going to say, that's no chocolaka begonia.
Chocoloco.
Rex begonia.
Cute.
Yeah. You put your flowers in there, and then look, you put your sunglasses on. Wait a minute. Let me see. Turn it red. And we'll finish this up.
No, take your time.
But you can kind of see how this would start to look. And then it's fun. I think this is fun. Don't you think this is fun, everybody watching? Denny, what do you think?
I like it very much.
Thank you, Denny.
I like it.
I think it.
Oh, don't.
It looks.
I mean, it looks undone.
It's great.
Once we put the mouth on, you'll see.
No, I think it's.
It's super fun.
I
This
think
is
they're fun. You can get a different character.
And kids will love this.
One for
Kids will
each
like
family member.
Let me just say.
Yeah.
Let me just say, Ethan, I think I could say this to you.
Okay.
After a few drinks and coming home at night and see that sucker on the porch, it'd scare the hell out of you.
Oh, come on.
Or you'd fall in love.
Fun.
Or you'd fall into the
fall in love.
shrubs.
So, Allison, you continue to make make our
Do you still use curling iron curlers?
No, but it's the newest thing.
It's people are
You know,
reusing
Vanessa
curlers
said
again.
My fiancé
greenery
does.
with Easter eggs would be cute for Easter.
Oh, we have some Easter crafts
that would
coming
be
up.
Fun.
Very good.
Yeah, we've got a lot of good Easter crafts coming up. I'm gonna make the mouth real quick.
You're up to 44, ladies. 44.
Andrea says, love the show. We've got Dana, looks fun to me. Cindy says, love the sunglasses and earrings for accessories. Courtney, super cute and
I
fun.
think it is
cute.
Look, I'm putting the mouth on.
And Dawn's from
That
Bloomington.
was
She
needed.
says, cute.
It is. Once I get this in and I get the mouth drawn, you'll see how fun it is. I promise. The mouth makes everything, right?
Right.
Okay, so we're putting the mouth on. And then we'll get the other earring on, and we'll put some curlers around
Did you
the rest
notice
of
the
it.
dangly earrings too?
Yeah.
I did notice the dangling earrings.
Got something going on
There's
there.
a dangle there.
There's a dangle there, but once we get everything done, this is puffy
You
paint.
can see when the
which
sun
is
hits
fun, gives
those
it some
things, it's gonna-
dimension.
Nice reflection.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
Don't look right into it though.
Oh, that's true.
It's like I'm just sitting here.
This
My
is
mom
actually
told
how
me
I
that,
do my
taught me
own
that.
lips, and it looks exactly
Never
the same way as a mess.
stare
Oh, no.
into a dangling earring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
couldn't be me.
And these
wouldn't
kids
do that.
today,
You're just looking right into them.
yeah, they're not going to have a retina
They're
left.
using them as
I'm
glasses.
gonna have to fix that. Anyway, we will fix this. But look, you put the mouth on. I know this looks exactly like my own lipstick. Not good. But we'll fix that. You get the idea. We're here
Yeah.
really just to inspire you.
I
Again,
love
glasses on. I mean, this is fun. And you can get these all really inexpensive. Look at these glasses. Really super fun glasses. And then just old costume jewelry.
Got the rollers.
Got the
Love
rollers.
the rollers.
But you can do bandanas.
They
You
see
can do
me
all
rolling.
kinds of stuff. And I
you
think
can
it's
even
fun.
use like the leaves or like vines
Right,
for the hair.
You can get like those really cool like succulents that have the droopy things on them, tentacles almost
Droopy
like. Yeah, I
things?
think they're like tentacles. That
We
would
all
be
have
fun.
those.
But this is I think this is fun for you and all the kids too. I think would like it. So
Okay,
there you
bye.
go. That's it. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Terry.
It's Craft Corner, everyone.
Woo! That's a good one. And we've got to get out of here.
We're going to send it back to the studio where Pat and Ethan will be talking about Craft Corner. What'd you think there, Ethan? It looked like a good start for the girls. It came right out of the gate. Looked like they were going strong. Thought it got a little weak in the middle.
Oh, come on.
Exactly. But she looks a little mauve to me.
What do you think they have to do in the second half to bring this thing back around?
I think Pat and Denny, I think they really got to lock it in. And then, Allison, Terry, they're going to come in and really get it done.
Well, I think they're going to have to if they expect to win this one. Because right now, I'm looking at kind of a pot that looks like not sure that would be welcome in Carmel, quite honestly. All right.
We got a break.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to send it back to Craft Corner for the second half. We're coming right back. 90.
Well, some folks say that grown-up men are still just little boys. That really the only difference is the price of our toys. We go for macho symbols like guns and running shoes, pickup trucks, hunting ducks, and power tools. Power tools. Power tools. Yeah, you just plug 'em in.
Good afternoon. Welcome back. Pat Sullivan here. We are in hour number 4. We are going to discuss. It's a hard topic, but we got to talk about mushroom compost.
We have to.
Yeah,
It's time.
First of all, I'd like to say the Home and Garden Program is brought to you by the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it.
Beautiful. I have nothing to add. I like it.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I think it's a keeper.
It's got a ring to it.
Yeah.
They're going to make a movie about it.
So let's talk compost. So compost, on the low of the low, cow manure.
Pig manure, chicken.
So you have cow manure, and then along comes, cow manure was king. Everybody occasionally gets some chicken manure. We used to sell chicken manure, but then the state found out that the cow manure and the chicken manure were coming from the same pile.
That's a load of.
And they had to get rid of it.
Oh, I see what you did, Ethan.
What'd you say?
It's a load of.
I said that's a load of.
So anyway, so the cow manure was all happy, and along comes mushroom compost. So mushroom compost does not have mushrooms in it.
What?
No. Mushroom compost is what mushrooms are grown in. So it is the compost that mushrooms grow in, and then once I guess the mushrooms are harvested, they pull that and sell it. Right? And it's thought to be, and I guess it is, a better compost than cow manure. But now I keep reading articles about it being high in salts and
and salt? I guess that would make sense, I guess.
yeah. So this article that I was reading did not have a lot of good things to say about it, which really surprised me because it is kind of the premier.
So it's kind of a big seller at your place, isn't it?
Yep.
Does it sell better than the Dad's root beer?
Are the chuckles?
Depends the time of year.
Probably not. Probably not. So the other thing that has been big with the cool kids, and who's a master gardener in the room? Terry?
Yeah, I am.
Master gardener?
Denny is too.
Denny is too. So the Land and Sea.
Really?
Yeah, that
Land
one's
and
interesting.
Sea, which is crab and lobster shells.
Which
And
would
maybe a little bit of meat.
They'd have a high calcium content.
Splash
be good
of
for
butter.
tomatoes. Good
Yep.
for tomatoes.
So that has become kind of the favorite. But so I kind of wonder who's bashing who's bashing the mushroom
was Terry.
compost?
Oh.
Who's bashing the mushroom compost? Is it the Land and Sea people?
Oh, you think it's an inside job
I think it's possible.
or an underwater job?
Exactly. You know how those, quite honestly, I have this theory that the Land and Sea from Espoma, and there's another one called Cape Cod, I believe, that does a seafood type thing. Quite honestly, I think it's mob run.
They are like definitely more expensive, right?
Yep. And I think the mob, is running that whole thing. And I think, quite honestly, not only are you getting lobsters and crabs, but you might be getting some mobsters in there, grinding them up.
Do you think these are authentic from like Maine lobsters, or do you think these are
I
like?
found Jimmy Hoffa's glasses.
You did?
Yeah, this in my
In
bag.
a bag of mulch?
In a bag of mulch, yeah.
They're sending you a message.
Yeah. You sleep with the fish.
So
You'll
I
never
don't know.
see
I
us
got to do a little.
coming.
I got to do a little more research about. I was crushed about the mushroom compost because we actually carry two brands of it. We carry an organic
people love it.
mushroom, and we carry a regular.
Which also like isn't it organic anyway? Because it's
No, if
because
no,
it's mushrooms.
no, because if there's any chemicals used
Oh, okay.
in the production, then it would not be organic.
All right, so I have a true and false question for you. Okay. Mushrooms that are more colorful are more dangerous. True or false?
I think that's false.
I think that's false.
True.
I'm going true.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no. Actually, it's false. This is no kidding. I downloaded a paper about mushrooms this week, and it
I
was
did
a true.
too.
You did too.
My gosh, you
It
guys.
was a white paper.
Okay,
Busy week for
here's
you
another.
guys.
Here's another one for you. Reishi mushrooms. Do we take those in the morning for energy, or do we take them at night for sleep?
Or you take them in
I
the
actually take
daytime
them
for party.
midday. I take those midday for my indigestion. Masha Risi.
People ask me how I knew when Pat was lying, and I said, "Well, his lips are moving." You know.
So what's the answer?
It is for sleep. Reishi mushrooms are very good for sleep.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, very good. Okay, lion's mane. What does lion's mane help?
Oh,
you
I
with?
see that on all the beauty influencers on TikTok talk about lion's mane. So it has to be probably skincare or beauty related.
I don't know about that, Allison, but it is for acuity. It supposedly is
Acutity?
Acuity.
See what I did
Yeah,
there?
you're
Acutity.
I'll tell you what. I'll bring that
You're
in.
the
I'll
most
try and put
acutity person
together
I've ever
a 10
seen.
question test.
I have to
I'll
Google what acutity means now.
Yeah.
I see an in the weeds in my future on mushrooms.
So what did you say? So lion's mane, when do you take it?
You would take that one in the morning.
She's taking notes.
No, so I was looking for the benefits.
She was looking. Yeah, she's
Cognitive
trying-
function,
No,
mental health,
Exactly.
immune, digestive, anti-inflammatory.
Yeah. So make your joints feel better.
Okay.
That's the Land and Sea.
Yeah. How's your how's your
That's
your
the
knees and
lions.
stuff? Are your knees doing?
Lion's mane.
Lion's
mane.
It's a beautiful mushroom, Pat. Beautiful.
I thought it was a plant.
It's a fungi.
It's a fun guy.
Fulton joins us on the program,
Hey,
everyone.
Fulton.
Hello, guys. How are you?
We're doing good. How are you?
Good. We just had a power out today.
Uh-oh.
Power outage?
Earlier.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, we had a power outage.
Yeah, are you paying the bill?
Is it back on now?
Yep, it's back.
How long was it out for?
Like 3 minutes ago.
Oh boy. And you're up north, so we're expecting some rather possibly severe storms tomorrow.
Right, yeah, that's what I heard.
So you got to make sure everyone needs to go out in the backyard and kind of batten down the hatches. Things that maybe you've gotten out, like Fulton, have you gotten out your patio umbrella yet?
Not yet. I haven't
Okay,
yet.
good. Keep that in. How about, do you guys have a grill?
We used to.
Used
but
to?
Not anymore.
It
so.
blew away in the
It
last
probably
storm.
blew away in
Yeah,
the last storm.
Yeah.
But people don't, how every time we get high winds, we have at least one or two big green eggs that will blow off of a deck.
It's a high center of gravity.
I know. It's just so, you'd think it's so heavy it's not going to move. So if you have, your grills and patio furniture, you might want to just tuck them in, tuck them in towards the house
Put a
or
rope
something
around
like
them.
that.
Put a rope around them and tie
I
it
would
down.
never imagine they would blow away.
A big green egg can blow right off the deck.
Takes 6 people to lift
And
wood
they
in a
don't
truck.
they don't bounce.
They don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we've got a
go ahead.
big musical on May 15, 16, and 17 at the Hampton Heights High School. And it will be at 7 o'clock if you guys want to come.
Yeah.
So
what's the what's the musical? I forget again.
it's called Seussical.
Seussical the musical.
Seussical?
It's Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss, yes, the Dr. Seuss. Yes.
Are you in the choir or what are you playing?
I am going to be an ensemble, which I'm going to be a who and then probably a fish, I think.
A who?
A who?
Yep.
Like Courtney, here's a who?
1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish, blue fish.
Yeah.
Blue fish.
Yep.
Green eggs and ham?
No, fish.
Yep, we're going to do that too. And I think we're going to do the song and then we're doing the dancing. So.
How hard are the dance moves?
Oh, it's pretty easy for me.
Yeah, because with your agility in basketball and stuff, probably
Right,
pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, so, and then the other news is I got a call from the Colts, Indianapolis Colts. They want me to be
quarterback.
Doing, it's called the Colts Hall of Fame, and I'm part of it now. So they're going to take my picture. They're going to.
What do you got to do?
My picture on the banner at Lucas Oil Stadium.
Nice. For what game?
For the Colts.
Okay. All right, good. All right. How's this thing with the Earth, Wind, and Fire going?
It's going pretty well. I'm still practicing it for the big show.
Okay. And the show's in June?
July.
And that's at, is that at Deer Creek or at, what's the name of that place?
Emperor's Amphitheater.
At the amphitheater.
Oh, downtown.
Yep.
White River?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That'll be fun. All right. You know what? You want to lock us out? JMV's on tonight, right?
Yes, he is. B105.7. You can also listen to him on The Fan on 107.5 The Fan or 93.5.
FM. There you go. Fulton, thank you very much. We're coming right back. 93 WIBC. Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back. Pat Sullivan, Denny Smith, Terry Stacy, Allison Lemons, and Ethan. We are going to be here till 1 o'clock.
Ethan was singing. That wasn't Jack Jones singing. That was Ethan singing.
That wasn't Jack Johnson. That was his brother, Jack Jones.
Ethan Patterson. Yeah, sorry.
239-9393. Thought we'd talk a little bit about lawn care because you had a lot of questions last week about lawns.
I think it was because it was getting so nice outside.
Right.
People were itching for it. But I did remember you said it's still a little early to put it in the crabgrass and stuff.
You know,
But that's
actually,
all I knew.
I actually took the soil temperature yesterday, and it is currently at 40 degrees.
Is that good?
No.
Oh.
That's cold. So germination for grass seed, and really, so that would include, crabgrass really needs to be well into the 50s, mid 50s or so. But generally, I would say this would be a good time to start planting grass seed because you have to prep, you prep it, you get everything in, and you got to remember the grass seed will germinate in just the top quarter of an inch. So that's going to be warmer than what the rest of the soil, when you're down 1 inch or something like that.
We had lots of questions about when to start the fertilizer. We kept saying mid-April.
Mm-hmm.
But then you always talk about if you're going to do grass seed, you got to do starter fertilizer.
Right. So so I would, if you're doing grass seed, I would start you could start prepping for grass seed and go ahead and get those down. And you do. We used to say, use any fertilizer, but since they took phosphorus out of lawn fertilizer, now you need to either get a starter fertilizer or a bag of triple 12. So the key to planting grass seed is to loosen the soil. The term overseeding was something that we got from the 60s and 70s. And overseeding was you would take a pound of grass seed per 1,000 square foot, and you literally would do no prep. You would just broadcast that over.
What's the germination rate of that?
Germination rate they have found is less than 1%.
I believe it.
Yep. So the way, if you're going to do an overseeding, that would be done in conjunction with core aerification. Once you pull plugs.
Slice
seeding would be the way to go. But the problem with slice seeding, some people just want to overseed. They don't need really to overseed. The way to thicken your lawn is through fertilization. So there's really no sense in tearing up your lawn with a slice seeder unless it's really, really thin. So we always say if the bare spot is smaller than the palm of my hand, not your hand, but my hand, then fertilization can close that up.
Will you come over to my house so I can use your hand?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Absolutely. Matter of fact, what we'll do is we'll post my hand online.
Perfect. Do print out.
Yeah, we'll print that out, and then you can take it out in the lawn.
They take away the phosphorus out of our standard fertilizer. Do you know why?
Yeah, because it has been linked to algae plumes and waterways.
It's getting crazy, and the phosphorus does not float out or work out or wash out. It binds up in the soils within the pond itself, and that nutrient is there. And these algae blooms these last couple of years have just been crazy. So once again, you got to get some pretty creative things to get the phosphorus out.
So, and the other problem with taking that out of lawn fertilizer, don't you?
Doesn't grow as much.
98% of the fertilizer used is used by farmers.
Exactly.
And they still have phosphorus because we need it for our crops.
Well, yeah, but most ponds are getting runoffs from crops.
That's what my point is. So taking it out of lawn fertilizer really is not going to help the algae plumes, I don't think. In some cases it could.
Does it make it cheaper?
No.
It's another gas stove.
It's
another
options.
Gas stove diversion. Remember when they said they're going to take all of our gas stoves, all of our gas appliances? It's a diversion, and I don't know what they're trying to divert us from, but...
All right, well, let's get back to lawn fertilization. So let's say you put you can do your grass seed right now if you're going to put grass seed down. Then when you get to if you're doing your own lawn fertilizer, the first thing you want to do is to do a step of crabgrass control and fertilizer. Now, if you plant a grass seed, then you can't use the standard pre-emergent because not only does that prevent crabgrass from germinating, it also prevents regular grass seed, the grass seed that you just planted. It prevents that from germinating. So you have two choices if you plant grass seed and you still want to control crabgrass. Scotts makes a product, and I think Jonathan Green does as well, called crabgrass control, or what do they call it? Seeding crabgrass control for seeding. So it's step one. It's just an alternate step. The product in it isn't as effective as the pendimethalin in the standard. So you will only get about 80% control on fertilizer or on crabgrass. So you have
Turf
to
builder. Is that what you're talking about?
No.
No.
This is different.
Good one though. It's just called step one for seeding.
Okay.
That's what it's called.
It was a good
We'll
shot.
edit that out. Yeah, okay.
It just didn't hit the rim.
We won't put that in the final show.
Okay, great. Sorry to interrupt.
So the other way to do this, though, is remember crabgrass, more than likely, you're planting your grass seed in shady areas. And we know that because we know grass doesn't grow in the shade, but yet you try. So what you could do, instead of using the traditional step one, then, which is crabgrass control and fertilizer, you could take just pre-emergent in a bag by itself. So you would get a bag of fertilizer, lawn fertilizer. You'd fertilize your lawn, which is very beneficial. Then you would take just the pre-emergent and you would spread that in areas where you did not plant the grass seed. So that would be along walks, along driveways, any place that there's heat and a lot of sun is where you would put that.
Of course, your geofencing is necessary for that. So you're going to want to put your flags in geofencing so you know where you've been, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Program that into your lawnmower,
That's right.
into your spreader. So people will say, well, why don't I just spot treat with the regular one? If you do that, then you're putting fertilizer on some of the lawn and not on the other. Then you'll have different color lawn. You'll get a blotchy looking lawn. So if you're going to do it that way, fertilize everything, take the pre-emergent, and just do it in areas by the walks, any place where there's a lot of sun, a lot of heat.
It'll make you happy. I know it sounds like a lot of work, but Pat's coaching you the right way because you still need fertilizer in the bulk of the yard, and that's a good way to. Good job, buddy.
Well, thanks, Den.
I'm just saying that you really do know your
All right,
stuff.
so step 2 in a lawn program is weed and feed. So here's how we want to. No, we're not done yet. I'm going to do it real quick.
This is like in the weeds.
Because I don't want to come back and have to.
No, I think this is good.
With the weed and feed, in a program, they want you to use that in May. We would rather have you use that in September. So you're going to put one application of fertilizer down in the spring.
Number one.
And then step 2, you'll put down in September.
But you want to do number 3 before that.
Step 3, you would do as a summer feeding. And step 4, you do in November. So you're putting, you want to put 75% of your nitrogen fertilizer in the second half of the growing season. Why don't the fertilizer companies tell you that?
Why?
Because
Let me tell you why.
You are ready to go. You want to buy something in the spring.
That's right. Because you're willing to spend your money in the spring and you're tired of your lawn in the fall. And they know if they tell you that, you're not going to even put it down. So they tell you to do all these product applications in the spring, and it's not the right thing to do.
And the marketing people call that psychometrics.
You know what I'm going to do?
People want to buy it.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sell it to you. But I'm going to try to stop you. All the lawn care companies use the same for weed and feed, a yellow bag, Jonathan Green, Scott's. You will see yellow bags going out because people react to what they see. Mm-hmm. So when it gets a little warm and you see dandelions, you'll see people come out of stores with yellow bags.
Wow.
Way too soon. Way too soon. You want to put your crabgrass control down, spot treat the weeds.
But you don't stop them. They still make their way to the cash register.
He does try.
I do try.
And then they think it's a trick.
They do.
So they buy 2 yellow
So I
bags.
sign them up. All right. So more nitrogen in the fall. Spot treat your weed killer. Spot treat your weeds with weed killer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been time. We have Zach from the Michaelis Corporation, but we've prepared. Zach wanted a song. Mm-hmm. So we've worked since the last time we had him on, which was, I think, 3-4 years ago. And
3 or 4 weeks ago.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Ethan?
Right now. This is what we got. And it's me on the cowbell.
Rise. Disaster strikes, tears in your eyes.
Oh.
It's beautiful.
Homes are wrecked, dreams turn to ash, but hope remains a brand new splash. Zach Terry's here, Michael is strong. Rebuild your life where you belong. Build it back up.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Do the trick. Fire or storm will conquer all. Like Hylas stands when you fall. Home and garden bloom.
Wow.
Zach Terry's with you.
Zach Terry.
Me and you.
Ethan Patterson, congratulations,
Zach Terry.
buddy.
Our AI DJ on deck.
He may not be able to find a mic button.
Ladies and
He knows how to
gentlemen.
do AI.
May I introduce to you Zach Terry?
Woo!
That was beautiful, and I need the song so it could be my alarm in the morning, so I can wake up to that, because that blew my expectations out of the water.
We're definitely going to be sending that to you.
I would appreciate it. Yeah, that's amazing. I could have used it this morning after the 2:00 in the morning Purdue game.
Ooh, that sucked, didn't it?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
What's going on with you guys?
Well, just from we're in the spring season, so with the increased rain, we've been dealing with, clients with flooded basements and, the emergency services and whatnot from all the rain we've been having.
Hey, dude, we got supposedly we got some big storms, possibly severe storms coming tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow night. Yeah, we're prepared. Yeah, I've reached out to everybody I really know. If they need anything, we can help them through. Even before or after the flood, even.
Yeah, good thing is to just go down by the sump pump right now and make sure that there's nothing around the float, that it's it's free to move. You can't believe how many times things end up.
How many croquet balls and stuff that kids are throwing around the basement?
Yep.
Christmas lights, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Even running that float, just pulling it up, making sure that it's able to flush. That's a great tip as well.
Zach, the funniest thing I ever saw in a sump pit was a Gumby, and remember the Gumby character. And he had wrapped himself around the float wire. It was hilarious, and it wouldn't trip because Gumby was on top of him. But it was like it was his only port in a storm. Gumby had to save himself in the sump pit. But it's a true story. Gumby.
Who was the genius that put Gumby? One of the kids?
Some kid, probably.
I could only imagine his little smile too, because he's the one that's causing all the chaos.
I don't feel like we hear as much about Gumby as we did. I mean, Gumby kind of made a comeback, but I feel now that he's faded again into history. You feel the same way, Denny?
There's so many video games. People don't use their fingers to play with toys. They use their fingers to play with their phones.
It kind of cycles.
Did we
like football cards? It was a thing at one time, and then it died. So
right.
But anyway, just to keep talking about Michelis, get back on track.
Whatever, Zach.
Well, I just wanted to, make sure people, everybody listening, that if come back down to the storm, if they do have any kind of mitigation or anything if that needs, even if it's just, hey, I might have water down in my crawl space or basement. The process is, the entire inspection of the basement and the crawl space is like a free estimate. And let's say we have to do work. There's no payment until we're done, and financing is available.
I can't believe you do that. No, everybody takes a down payment, at least for materials. So it's COD when it's done.
Well, you got to. It's in kind of a moment of chaos too. You know what I mean? So showing that hey, we do excellent service, and this is what we're willing to do, knowing that we do the service.
You're that
we'll go
confident.
ahead and collect at the end of the project.
We're putting up a new greenhouse at Keystone, and it's a greenhouse company we've worked with for 20-some years. That greenhouse was $200,000.
They wanted their money before
they've already got their money.
Yep.
It's getting shipped next week.
That's how it works.
There you go.
Different industry.
Yeah.
It's the only
Thanks,
thing I
Zach.
can think of.
Yeah, Zach, thanks for spending a little time with us. You may want to hear how we're going to lock this thing out. The Michelis Corporation, the number 844-FIX-INDY. That's 844-FIX-INDY. Water, storms, fire, and wet basements. Life happens. Michelis happens to help you through it.
Wow.
Yeah. So it takes your breath away.
I was going in.
They've been practicing all morning.
All morning. All morning. See you, Zach.
See ya.
My hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beauty focused EOU. Ooh, you, ooh, I'd leave it all. My acres of land I've achieved. It may be hard for you to stop and believe, but for you.
Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back. Abdul's coming up next hour. We're here until 1 o'clock. Our number 239-9393. We have the speed round coming up. We also, last week we talked, somebody thought they had Japanese beetles in the house.
Yes, I think they meant like stink bugs.
Stink bugs.
Actually, they kept calling them ladybugs, but I don't think that they were Japanese beetles.
No, Japanese beetles will lay larvae in late July and August, and then I think they croak.
Usually it's the stink bugs that get us in the spring.
And I will say, even my house, I've been having some stink bugs. I think that's it. It's just, I don't know if it's just getting warmer out. Now they're coming from the cracks. I don't know.
Open the doors. They want to get out.
Well, I want them out. They stink. So how do you get them? Stop.
Well,
how do you evict them?
I mean, now, in the fall when they come in, there's different traps. Like there's a ultraviolet light on a trap that draws them in, and then they.
Is this your sleazy nightclub you talk about?
Sleazy nightclub.
Okay.
The light blinks sleazy.
Dick always says to put that on your neighbor's property because they get them away from you.
Well, this will be in the house, so I do think that I mean, Crum would say open a window.
Vacuum cleaners. But really, you had to get rid of the bag.
Vacuum cleaners,
So
I mean,
bad.
Is there a way to prevent them from coming?
yeah, caulking.
Okay, so it's just they're coming
It's
through
really
the cracks.
Yes, you really have to tighten up the house, and that's same with ladybugs. They'll come in. I mean, obviously some are going to get in, but the heavy infiltration of them is generally a defect in the building.
Okay, so it's usually probably around windows, you think?
Yes, definitely windows.
In older homes, that would make sense for our house.
Vents, like roof vents, soffit vents, all of those places. Like soffit vents should have a screen behind them. But after a few, decade or two, the nylon screen rots.
Oh, yeah.
And they need to get replaced because then it allows...
And nobody does that.
Nobody does that.
Not very many people know that you did your training as a home investigator. You did the...
I was an investigator. I was on a SWAT team,
inspector?
actually.
Wow. What were you guys called?
Well, we were called...
Gutters Are Us.
No, I can't really say the name. It's that secret.
Okay. There's so many neat things
I
that
get
you've
called out in the middle of the night.
You've done home inspections. You're a locksmith. Are you a certified locksmith?
I was, but I dropped my
All the good ones aren't.
certification.
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't agree with some of the stuff they were doing. No, you know what? I've told this story. I think I told it recently.
Singers every once in a while.
I think I told this recently. I had a really good set of lock picks.
You've told about putting this in the
I know,
rental
because
car.
it was so good because it was before I was married, so I had money.
Have you used the lock pick I gave you? Have you tried it?
It looked a little sissy-like, but...
Did you try it?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I'm planning on it.
Okay, shut your mouth until you try it, because it works, Pat.
What about your locks?
So anyways, I had this really nice set, and I was taking Beth to the airport, and somebody had hit her car, so she had a rental car, and those were in the days when you could drop your loved one off at the gate.
Oh.
So I left my lock picks underneath the seat of this rental car. Took Beth and off to Florida she went, and then drove back. Well, I forgot to get my lock picks, and I could never find the things. And then the Indianapolis Star did a big article about weird things left in rental cars.
Your lock picks.
My lock picks were on the front page of the Star.
It's so good.
I think it was like AA rental or AAA rental or something like that.
It was right around the time of the Watergate break-in, and so he was clearly a suspect at that point.
239-9393.
Speed round.
We're coming right. What started on a dreary Saturday morning has turned into a dreary Saturday afternoon. But nonetheless, it is time for the final segment, the Speed Round. Speed Round is brought to you by...
I just want you to know that you can be replaced, because Allison did one of the best Speed Round introductions last week.
Oh, not at all.
She was. But they're brought to you by Thompson Furniture and Mattress in Columbus. Great pricing on Lazy Boy. Indiana-made Smith Brothers furniture, which has got to be good. Mattresses made in Indiana and maintenance-free outdoor furniture. Listen here, Pat. Free delivery up to 75 miles.
Who's ready for the Speed Round? Who?
I can't handle it.
You must handle it. Joining us on the program is Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi. How are y'all?
Good.
Good. What's up?
I just wanted to call and say that I love Allison and I think she needs a raise.
Oh.
I agree.
Thank you.
And
are you her landlord or something?
Yeah, I owe her rent, actually.
Yeah.
You what?
And
I owe her rent. You owe her
you guys are all amazing, and I'm glad that you're all here.
Well, thank you
I
so
just
much.
wanted to know how to keep blueberries alive in Indiana.
Oh,
that's tough.
Good luck.
If you're north by Monticello.
One word. Acid.
Yeah, and we're not
So
talking
you have to acidify
psilocybin fibers, but no.
You have to acidify the soil, as Denny would start to say up in the
White County.
Yeah, Logansport.
Yeah.
That area.
Up by the two lakes.
The soil is a little more acidic. So here we just acidify the soil with sulfur or
magnesium.
aluminum sulfate.
Okay.
One of those two. So that's the key. One application each year to acidify the soil.
It's easier if you keep them in pots, Jennifer. If you do pot planting for your blueberry plants, it's easier to keep the soil acidified.
But then you're going to have to bury the pot.
I know.
Or you're going to lose the plant.
I said it was easier. I didn't say it was easy.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you, Jennifer. We appreciate the call. It's speed round, so we.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Who was that jockeying for a?
That's her cousin.
I told you she's my landlord. I owe her some rent money. It's a few months back. So
Steve joins us on the program. Hi, Steve.
Good afternoon, Pat. Just finishing up lunch where I had Tony's boss sauce on my pulled pork.
Nice.
I think that's exclusively available at Sullivan Hardware.
It is. I don't know if exclusively, but
did you get the
in
sweet
my world,
or did
it
you
is.
get the bold?
I got the mild.
You got
I
the
like
mild.
I like the mild.
Yeah.
I mean, life is
spicy enough.
Too spicy for me. Thank you.
Hey, my question for Denny is: any lawnmower tips for me to use the lawnmower and to get it started after a long winter? And Pat, do I cut the grass and then roll it, or do I roll it and then cut the grass?
First thing you should always do with your lawnmower in the springtime is sharpen the blade. If you have not started it, then I would, assuming it's a 4-cycle, it doesn't take but a second to check the carburetor and make sure it's clean. If not, you're going to put a little bit of starter fluid in the carburetor directly and just pull the crank a couple times so it'll get down to the spark, and then you should be able to start it without any trouble.
Steve, you know what? It's so weird that softball is still coming across the plate. I'm still watching. Here it comes. Here it comes. No rolling of your lawn. Matter of fact, I saw somebody on Next Door Neighbor looking for someone to roll their lawn.
Did you light them up?
No, I just let them hire somebody.
I wanted to get the guys from DeLello that do the asphalt paving to come out and smooth out the pasture so I can land the gyroplane there. It's kind of bumpy.
Not going to happen.
Yeah.
So rolling your lawn is bad practice because it kind of compresses the lawn, and your lawn is made up of like little sheets of clay, and you smash all those together. So it's not a good practice. The only time I would use a roller would be if I was doing a large seeding job and I get all my seed bed ready, and the last thing I want to do is press the seed bed together. So I would take a roller with maybe a quarter amount of water or half, and then press it together. But you're never going to get, you're not going to smooth your lawn with a roller.
Back it up.
Hello, Gladys.
Hi, how are you guys?
The question is, how are you?
Did you hit anything?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hey, Gladys.
I think it's her Bluetooth in her car.
I think your pacemaker is giving out. I'll come back to Gladys.
Don't hang up, Gladys. We'll come back.
All right. Ron joins us on the program. Hey, Ron.
Hey there. Good afternoon.
Well, thanks for calling, Ron.
I have a question. You're talking about Japanese beetles, grubs. Are you supposed to use grubs in a certain time of the year or what?
It's a little early to treat for grubs.
Is it July to September or something like that?
Pat, is it June?
What you want to do is you want to put down a season-long grub control in about the third week of June. So once again, you're going to see advertisements right now for GrubX and different products. They do that because you're willing to spend money right now. You can buy it right now, but don't put it down until about June 20th or so.
Is that before the rain or after the rain? Does that matter?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter. You need to get it watered in, but, it's nothing you need to worry about.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Thanks for the info.
All right. Thanks.
You give them such good advice. Don't do it so early because then you have to do it twice because that grub season is so long.
I thought I heard myself in the background on his radio. I thought it sounded pretty good.
You want to try Gladys again?
Yeah. Hello, Gladys.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Sorry, yes, I'm driving. That's the problem here.
Yeah. What's going on?
I have a 5-pound bag of white clover seed for my ugly yard, and I'd like to know when I can plant it and if I should put like straw down on top to keep the birds out.
How do you get along with your neighbors?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
You bought 5 pounds of white clover seed?
Yes.
Are you a farmer?
No, I just have a really ugly yard, and I just want to make sure I get it covered well.
Do you have a cow? Do you have
That's
a cow
kind of a
that
pasture
you're,
thing.
Yeah. Do you have a cow that you're raising for freezer beef?
Oh, no.
No.
So,
Clover will take over. You're going to have to acidify the soil a little bit. I mean, isn't that the one that is slightly acidic?
yeah, that actually, if you raise the pH, it dies, or lower the pH.
I care. This is
One or
when
the
we
other,
need
I kind of
crummy.
forget.
Yeah.
So most of us in city areas would consider clover a weed. And I know that a lot of people, I mean, they plant clover for pasture and livestock and different things like that. But it's a little unusual, but not as unusual as it used to be, because a lot of people want a more, like Terry Stacy would definitely put clover in her lawn, right?
We have.
Just
You
to
have?
get, just
I
to
like
get the
it.
deer.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah,
get the
it's
deer.
beautiful. It's soft
Yeah.
on my feet
Okay.
because we pretty much don't wear shoes.
Yeah.
So I kind of like it.
Okay.
Once the pH is lowered to 6.0 or below, the clover will die.
There you
Okay.
go. So,
So
it
you
is a
need to
high pH.
lower the pH.
Yeah.
So generally, our lawns are pretty neutral in that 6 to 7 range. So clover should grow just fine. But Gladys, just put that down. I don't think if your lawn is really bare and thin, I would try to disturb the soil in some manner, and you could even what you could do is go ahead and aerate the lawn, because that'll break it up. Put the clover down. I'm stumbling
You're
because
tired. Are you all right?
No. I've just never told anyone how to
He's on a timer.
plant weed.
clover. Yeah.
Plant weed. All right.
Here we go.
So plant it, and then put a starter fertilizer down, and
God bless
say
you.
goodbye to your neighbor relationship. They're not going to
Maybe
like
they
it.
all want it.
Maybe so.
Terry, are we still doing
Well, everyone-
my neighbor is doing this, or I can't tell my
We'll
neighbor.
bring it back next week.
We'll see.
Or not.
All right, buddy.
Oh, look.
You never. I've got it.
5,
But time runs out quickly.
4.
We got to go.
3, 2,
Abdul's coming up next,
1.
93 WIBC.
Done.